Quakes have won 3 of their last 5 games in their final at-bat, including last night's 5-4 victory. And the win kept the Quakes even with the High Desert. They kept pace with the Mavericks, who won their ball game, and they are a game and a half behind High Desert coming into action tonight. On the mound for the Quakes is right-hander Bill Edwards. Edwards will be opposed tonight on the mound by right-hander T.A. Fulmer of the Visalia O's. Now the Quakes have come into this ball game as everybody in the rotation is from this point on, with the performance last night of Jepson. Everybody in their rotation has been pushed back an extra day, including the off day, so they'll have 5 days of rest in between starts, at least the next time through the rotation, as Jesse Smith, who had stepped up for Chris Hunter on Saturday in Modesto, took the spot then, and then Jepson comes in, so Jesse Smith is back to the bullpen. But Smith has stepped up nicely out of the bullpen this year for the Quakes, and also when he has been called upon twice as a spot starter. And when we come back on the pregame show tonight, we're going to sit down and talk with Jesse Smith, right-handed pitcher for the Quakes, as the pregame show continues from the epicenter right after this.
Are you fed up with the rising cost of cable? Want the same digital picture quality at a fraction of the price? Well, make a move to Dish Network today, the nation's leading provider of satellite television. Dish Network has been in business for over 25 years and has more customers and lower prices than DirecTV. How about our basic service starting as low as just $19.99 a month? No matter where you're at nationwide, they're offering a free 4-room system with free equipment, free installation, and best of all, free TiVo. So you can pause and record live television, never miss that movie or your favorite show again, and skip through all the commercials. Dish Network's technicians are licensed, bonded, and insured, so the job will get done right the first time. If it breaks or if you move, they can take care of you for free as well. Ask us how to receive $12 a month off your monthly bill for an entire year or get free HBO and Showtime. What are you waiting for? Cable and DirecTV to keep raising their prices? Call an authorized Dish Network dealer today at 562-843-0460. That's 562-843-0460. Dish Network.
Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball on KWRM 1370.
Right-handed pitcher Jesse Smith on the pregame show. Jesse, congratulations, first of all, on a great start here in Rancho Cucamonga, and it has to feel good making that step up and doing it successfully right now from low A to high A.
Oh, definitely. I think I needed a change of environment. It's kind of motivated me and given me a kind of a spark when I've come up here, because I feel like I was never going to get out of the Midwest League. So it's definitely been awesome that I've been pitching well and helping the team out.
So there were days when you were in Cedar Rapids, you really thought that, man, am I ever going to get out of here? You didn't hear anything pretty much then that you were headed to Rancho Cucamonga until then, just before it happened.
No, I had no idea. And the day that I did, the manager called me in the office and said that you're moving up that morning. Before I got to the field that day, I woke up and I was just thinking, like, am I ever going to get out of Iowa? Am I ever going to get moved up to Rancho or a promotion, or just get moved out of here and get an opportunity to go back to the Cal League? And it was pretty awesome that I got the chance that day, and he called me, and I was excited.
How do you like California growing up in Lincoln, Nebraska?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I mean, it's different. It's okay. I don't know how to explain it. It's a way different place. Where I grew up in the Lincoln, it's a city too, but it's not this size. And so it's like, this is all I really know. It's not like I really grew up in the country or anything, but California's okay, and there's a lot more things to do here. But, it's been good so far.
And you've been able to make a home for yourself in Arizona now, too, in the off-season.
Oh, yeah. Last year I moved down there, and wasn't sure if I wanted to stay there for sure. And I ended up staying down there, and that was the best thing I did, because I was able to work outside in the wintertime. And in Nebraska, obviously, it's very cold in the winter, and you get snow and ice. And being in Arizona, I was able to throw outside in the wintertime, and their wintertime's like, 60, 70 degrees. So it's been awesome getting the opportunity to be down there and work out. And I'll definitely be going back there because I got a girlfriend down there too. So
we're talking with Jesse Smith tonight on the Quakes pregame show. Would you consider them last off-season probably your most productive one since you've become a professional pitcher?
I would say yes. I intentionally made a plan after my season last year in Cedar Rapids that last off season would be to prepare to have try to have a great season this year because I figured this would be a big stepping stone in my career, and I'm pretty much just focused on training and finding a way to work out and people to throw to, batters to throw to, and I just worked part-time. I didn't spend as much time working as I did the other off-season, so I had more time and more flexibility to do my workouts.
You think and from what I gather, this is a real crucial point in your career. Could be a turning point. Whether or not you're going to stay, obviously, in the minor leagues, or if you're going to make the steps up. And now you're making a step up in the Angels organization. And each guy goes through it. Each career is different. But, you seem like you're pretty disciplined, and you knew that, hey, 2005, this was a season that some things were going to have to start moving.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think because of the years I've been in, this is only my third season, but still, and also my age, I did turn 25 this summer, but, I figured, to me, the biggest stepping stone, this is my opinion, I don't know much about pro baseball, I'm still learning, is the stepping stone between high A and double A. To me, I kind of see that as a lot of guys, to me, don't. If they make the step up from high A to double A, they got a pretty good shot, because, double A, obviously, guys are pretty good. Guys oftentimes make the jump from double A to the big leagues. You just never know.
Now, speaking of one guy that's made that jump and that has done well, Joe Saunders, he pitched last night in the Angels for the Angels. Is that a sense of motivation for you guys down in the minor leagues when you see one of your other fellow farmhands getting his shot, knowing that, you know what, I can only be just a couple years away?
Oh, definitely, especially since the last year. Even in 2003, I've played with Dallas McPherson out here. He's an Angels starting third baseman, and there's guys that I played with in Nebraska, a first baseman for the A's named Dan Johnson, and a guy I played with growing up in Little League plays pitching for the Giants. I see all these guys I know playing in the big leagues. I'm like, man, they can do it, I can do it, and so obviously that motivates me to just keep focused and go out there and leave it all out in the field.
Now, Jesse, you here with the Quakes. You've done well out of the bullpen and the starting staff. Obviously, spot starting for Chris Hunter. Talk about each one. I mean, the difference between one starting and relieving, and you've thrown 10 good, solid innings, which is what the team really needed in those spot starts.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm comfortable in either role because last year in Cedar Rapids, they started me out of the bullpen, and my role was kind of long relief. And then when the opportunity came, I was a spot starter last year, so it's not like I'm way out of my comfort zone. And then at the end of the year, we had a lot of guys hurt. We had, Samard got hurt, and Rafi Rodriguez got hurt, and all these guys got hurt. So I got put in starting rotation at the end of the year in CR last year. And so I became a starter once again, and also my first year I was a starter. And this year they sent me back to CR because of an injury I had in spring training. So I got the opportunity to start this year in CR quite a bit, and I think that was extremely valuable for me because of what I learned from starting. And I guess I did pitch out of the bullpen, too, in CR. So since I've done everything, I'm comfortable doing whatever they want me to do, I can do, but I don't really even have a preference anymore.
Well, but that also gives you some versatility, too. I mean, up the road, middle reliever, spot starter, short reliever, who knows? You can do it all.
Yeah, and I went through the starters routine this year in CR I was starting for probably 3 months in a row, and I had some really, really good games, and actually I'm probably one of the only guys in pro baseball that has a complete game and a save this year because I threw a complete game out there, which was interesting that happened, and then they moved me to the bullpen later in the year, but I just had trouble finding some consistency as a starter, but they kind of told me because of the stuff that I have that I would be valuable to the team in CR as a setup guy. So they moved me back to the bullpen, and I pitched about 8 innings in the bullpen, and that's when they promoted me out here. So,
hey Jesse, thanks for joining us tonight, and continued success, especially down the stretch. Ball club's playing well, and things are all looking up for everybody right now.
Oh, definitely. I'm hoping just to keep helping the team, and hopefully we keep things rolling. We got a good shot at the playoffs here, so see what happens.
We've been talking with Jesse Smith on the Quakes pregame show tonight. We'll be back with more right after this.
A few years ago, a small bank from Rancho, Cucamonga started sending shockwaves through the banking industry. Vineyard Bank rode through Southern California with a creative force that is changing the way we bank. We created small ripples at first, with innovative ways to move money quickly and effectively, where it would help businesses and families the most. Then our reputation grew stronger thanks to personal bankers with a can-do attitude committed to building lasting relationships. Vineyard Bank's financial performance was off the scale. A fast-growing bank with a rising stock. New, customer-friendly branches offering easy access to your money, opening throughout the Southland. Online banking on our award-winning website at www.vineyardbank.com. That's Vineyard Bank. Proud to be your hometown bank. Proud to support our hometown team. For more information, please call 1-800-442-4996. That's 1-800-442-4996.
Here's the pitch now to Carter, swinging a drive into right center. On with a dive is sucked in, and he makes the catch.
It's time for Rancho Cucamonga Quakes Baseball. Brought to you by Vineyard Bank, Laughlin's Convention and Visitors Bureau, Allstate Insurance, Galliano Winery, the City of Rancho Cucamonga Waste Management, Red Roof Inn, Charter Media, Chipotle, Farmer John's, Unilever Food Solutions, The Experts, Yellow Book USA, and Omaha Jets. KWRM 1370 is the radio home to the California League affiliate of the defending American League Western Division champion Angels. This is Quakes Baseball.
Hello, everybody. Jason Anapoyan with you here from the epicenter in Rancho Cucamonga. Glad you can join us for this ball game between the Quakes hosting the Visalia Oaks. We're all set for baseball, getting underway a little bit earlier tonight than usual, so we will get you the Oaks starting lineup over the course of this inning as right-hander Bill Edwards winds and rocks. And the first pitch on the way comes up and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Underway tonight at 7:13 with the first pitch. Temperatures at 79 degrees, and the wind's blowing out to the east at 9 miles per hour. Next pitch on the way is down low. 2 balls, no strikes to Francisco Leandro, the left fielder, leading it off, left-handed hitter. And Leandro, slightly open stance. Here's the 2-0 on the way. In there for a strike from Bill Edwards, and the count 2 balls and 1 strike. 79 degrees at first pitch. It's going to be another cool one here at the epicenter, as the shadows have completely covered the infield, and the 2-1 on the way from Edwards, swung on and slapped into left field and a base hit. And that's the way this one gets started here tonight. Bill Edwards on the mound for the Quakes, and he's going to be opposed by T.A. Fulmer, former Seattle farmhand. Fulmer was claimed in the AAA phase of the Rule 5 draft by Tampa Bay at the winter meetings. Tampa Bay, who had also claimed a former Quake, Phil Wilson, before Tampa Bay eventually let go of Wilson, and then Seattle picked him up. Now 1 on, nobody out. Here is Chris Duffner for the Oaks. First pitch to Duffner is in there for a strike, 0-1. Rest of the lineup, we have Leandro leading off in left field. Chris Duffner at second base, batting second. Joey Gomes, the right fielder, hitting third. John Paul Davis bats cleanup. He's the first baseman. Here's the 0-1 on the way, and Duffner takes a called strike, and the count is 0-2. Josh Allhart, the catcher, hits fifth. Anuity Cuevas, the third baseman, will bat sixth. Josh Asanovich, the shortstop, batting seventh. Sandy Aracena, the DH, hits eighth, and Carlos Ramos, the center fielder, bats ninth. Next pitch is down low to Duffner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Duffner hitting .308 with a home run and 35 RBIs on the season. Now away from first is Leandro, held on by Pauly. Edwards set at the belt, and now the right-hander throws home. The pitch on the way, swung on and missed, strike 3. 1 man down here in the top half of the first. We'll get you the Quakes lineup over the course of this bottom of the first inning, and Joey Gomes will be the hitter. Bill Edwards on the mound. Ben Johnson getting the start behind the plate catching. Matt Pauly is at first base. Pauly holds on Leandro at first. Ryan Leahy, the second baseman, plays back near the bag. Brandon Wood straight away at short. There goes the runner. The pitch is low and away. Johnson's throw down to second base on a hop, not in time. And stealing the bag is Leandro, and he is in there at second base. Johnson's throw was to second base by a hop as Leahy came over to field that ball. And Leandro is in there. Visalia losing last night's game to the Quakes 5-4. The Quakes now on a 5-game winning streak, and it's a season-high 5-game winning streak. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to Gomes. 1 man down. Gomes hitting .309, 12 home runs, 73 RBIs. Next pitch is low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Leandro, that's stolen base number 6 in 11 attempts. Edwards looks back at second, pitch home, swinging a chopper over towards third. Charging in is Brown. He fields and from the grass throws over to first in time to get Gomes for the second out of the inning. And coming up is John Paul Davis. Leandro stays at second base. Good play there by Matt Brown over at third. John Paul Davis, who's batting .277 with 13 home runs and 52 RBIs, strolls to the plate. The lights are on here at the start of this one. Clear skies above. A clearer day, or a more clear day than we had yesterday here in Rancho Cucamonga. 2 men down. Edwards works from the first base side of the rubber. Set at the belt. They look back at second. He throws home, and John Paul Davis takes a called strike. The count is 0-1. For Edwards pitched on Thursday, and that ball game, or Edwards actually stretched that. Edwards pitched on Wednesday. 0-1 the count, 2 men down. Pitch on the way, swinging a high fly ball foul, and out of play off to the right. No balls and 2 strikes. Edwards pitched on Wednesday in Stockton. Quakes lost that ball game. They had dropped the first 2 of the road trip, but since have won 5 in a row. Now Edwards set at the belt. Here's the 0-2 on the way. Swung on, off the bat, off the end of the bat. Davis moves it out towards right center. That's going to fall in front of Sugden, a base hit. And around third is Leandro, and he'll come in to score. And Visalia takes a 1-0 lead. And Davis may have even broken his bat on that hit. In fact, I believe he did. An RBI for Davis, 1-0 Oaks. And that's a 2-out base hit. Here is Josh Arhart, who had 3 RBIs in his first 2 at-bats last night. Arhart stands back in the right-handed hitter's box and off of the plate. Edwards throws home, and the pitch is outside 1-0. It really has to frustrate a pitcher in a situation like this, especially 1 out away from getting out of the inning. And for a 2-out hit, a bloop nonetheless, to fall when you felt that you made a good pitch. 1-0, the pitch on the way to Arhart, low and away, 2 balls, no strikes. Arhart hitting .283 with 7 home runs and 44 RBIs. 1-0 Oaks, top half of the first. Edwards set at the belt. The right-hander throws, the 2-0 on the way, swung on, and a tapper foul back towards the third base on deck circle. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. With just a short little slither of sunshine out in right field, the field at this hour of the night completely in the shadows. The sun glancing off the very tops of the right field wall. Wind blowing out to right field. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 men down to Arhart. Now Edwards set. The right-hander throws home. The pitch is low and away. It skips away from Johnson. Johnson goes over to retrieve the ball, but down to second base is John Paul Davis. A wild pitch charge to Edwards, and Visalia with their second runner in scoring position in this inning. 3 balls and 1 strike now. 2 men down with Arhart at the plate. Stands off the plate from the right side. Edwards slightly open stance when he peers in from the stretch. Now he closes up as he's set at the belt. Here's the 3-1 on the way. Swung on. That one's hit out towards right center, pushing Sugden back in the alleyway. On the run is Day, and it's going to be beyond the reach of Sugden. It lands at the base of the warning track. And him coming in to score is Davis. Into second base is Arhart. That's another 2-out base hit. A double for Arhart and another first-inning RBI. He had one last night. It's 2-0 Visalia. Well, here is Annuity Cuevas. 2-0 Oaks. And right now, they are simply taking the ball to the opposite field against Edwards. That's at least been the approach from the last 2 right-handed hitters. That wild pitch put a runner in scoring position, but probably where that ball was hit, Davis, who would have been running on contact, would have come around to score. Now here is Cuevas. Pitch home, swung on, hit right to second base. Leahy moved over to his left a step. Now gloves it, throws over to first in time to retire Cuevas. Side retired. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and a man left on base. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Our score, Oaks 2 and the Quakes coming to bat.
Suddenly you find yourself craving a Mountain Dew? You're a Pepsi guy and she's all about Diet Pepsi? Then drink your daily dose of carbonation at the Circle K Thirst Buster fountain. Whatever brand you're after. Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, or Dr. Pepper, Circle K keeps it ice cold and ready to go. Of course, Circle K can complement your great tasting Thirst Buster soda with chips, pretzels, candy, hot dogs, beef jerky, or maybe a sandwich. Just about any food you feel like, Thirst Buster can wash it down. Whatever kind of soda you can find yourself in the mood for, Thirst Buster Soda Fountain's got it. Ice cold and ready to go. Circle K. What else do you need?
In sports, it's important to have a player on the bench who can help the team out in case of an emergency. If you've had an emergency in your home or office, the business you can rely on is A-Plus Quality Carpet Care. We're experts in 24-hour emergency flood, fire, and smoke restoration, and we will bill your insurance company. We're also the pros to see for general deep cleaning for drapes, rugs, carpets, and air ducts. Residential or commercial, find A-Plus Quality Carpet Care in your Yellow Pages.
A-Plus Quality Carpet Care. We make the grade on customer service.
When enjoying a delicious hot dog at the Epicenter, bring out the best in that hot dog with delicious condiments provided by Hellman's. Whether it's yellow mustard, tomato ketchup, or sweet relish, Hellman's is sure to add that complimentary taste to the ballpark food as the official condiment of the Epicenter. Hellman's also provides Quake fans with barbecue sauce, marinara sauce, or ranch dressing for the finger foods at the park. This season, the Quakes and Hellman's have teamed up to form a winning combination at the concession stand. The next time you're eating at the Epicenter, bring out the best with Hellman's, provided by Unilever Food Solutions, the official condiment provider of the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes.
Let's get right into the Quakes lineup here in the bottom half of the first inning. For the Quakes is announced by manager Ty Boykin. Leading off, the left fielder Aaron Peel. Batting second at second base is Ryan Leahy. Brandon Wood is at shortstop, batting third. Matt Polly, the first baseman, bats cleanup. Matt Brown is over at third base. Brown is hitting fifth. Ben Johnson behind the plate, catching, batting sixth. Blake Balcom, the DH, will hit seventh. Devin Day in right field hits eighth. And Jason Sutton, who is the center fielder tonight, batting ninth. So the lineup again for the Quakes: Peel, Leahy, Wood, Polly, Brown, Johnson, Balcom, Day, and Sugden. On the mound, T.A. Fulmer. The Quakes saw him last year with San Bernardino as Fulmer, who was a part of the Seattle Mariners organization for 4 seasons, deals and throws home, and he pours in a strike in the count 0-1. Peel hitting .313 with 7 home runs, 24 RBIs. There's the next pitch on the way. Peel takes off the plate. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Quakes come into this one on a 5-game winning streak. They're a game and a half back of High Desert in the Southern Division. Lancaster's just a game behind the Quakes. Next pitch, low and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Homer wearing the number 34 on his back. The Oaks, who were in their grays last night, in their road gray pants tonight, but their batting practice green tops with the Acorn logo on the left-hand side. 2-1 on the way, a swing and a tip into the glove of Arhart. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Green shirt with the Acorn logo on the left-hand side, black sleeves underneath, black socks. White numerals on the back, and then a black cap with a cardinal-colored brim. The 2-2 on the way, low and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Crowd still coming into play, so we have a pretty good crowd for a Wednesday night here at the ballpark. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the windup by Fulmer. The pitch home. Peel swings and he fouls it right off of Arhart. And the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Quakes are home tonight, and then tomorrow night they'll be at Adelanto on Friday. High Desert, the opponent on Friday. And that's the first of 7 consecutive games with the Mavericks. 3-2. Here's the pitch on the way to Peel. Swung on and missed, strike 3. 1 man down here in the bottom half of the first inning. Our score, Visalia 2, Quakes nothing, as the Oaks have scored a couple of runs in the top half of the first inning. John Paul Davis had a 2-out RBI single. And then also stepping up and delivering an RBI double was Josh Arhart. Now here's Ryan Leahy. First pitch swinging, foul back directly over our head and out of play. And the count, no balls and 1 strike to Ryan Leahy. Leahy batting .253, no home runs, 9 RBIs. Here's the windup and the 0-1 on the way. Leahy takes the called strike on the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2, 1 man down. Here's the pitch on the way. Leahy swings, drives it well to right field. Gomes on the move. The right fielder is over near the line, though, and he's going to make the catch in fair territory, running towards the bullpen. 2 men down. Joey Gomes is in right field tonight. In center field for the Visalia Oaks, it's Carlos Ramos. Francisco Leandro, the right fielder, who scored a run in the first inning. He's in left field. Cuevas is at third, Asanovich at short, Duffner at second, and Davis is at first. Wood swings and pops it up to the right side. Duffner out at second base on the grass in shallow right, now being called off by Gomes. Gomes, who almost overran it, comes up and makes the catch, inning over. 1, 2, 3 go the Quakes here in the bottom of the first. After 1, Oaks 2, Quakes nothing.
Faucet taking, termites feasting, fishing, tackle, paints and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Tile and lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers do the walking, the book, not the other book. Posers, florists, grocers, water coolers, bakers, jewelers, everything from A to Z. Duct tape, landscape, sit-down mowers, dentists, false teeth, uppers, lowers, wholesale, retail, bomb mail, white whale. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers do the walking, let your fingers do the walking, not the other book.
To place your ad at people's fingertips, call 1-800-YB-YELLOW. Yellow Book, not the other book.
It's your first game. You got your glove?
Yeah.
Good boy. All right, bright blue sky, beautiful green grass. You know, there's nothing better than baseball in summer.
I guess.
Hey, where's that peanut guy?
Dad, we're in the living room.
Hooked on a clear picture? Get hooked on Charter HD TV with a picture 5 times sharper than regular TV plus theater quality sound. You watch television like never before. Get local channels in high definition with no equipment to buy. Go where satellite can't. Call 1-888-GET-CHARTER and get hooked. Service not available in all areas. Prices may vary.
2, 1.
After 1 inning, our score 2-0 Visalia. And living it off here in the top half of the second inning is Josh Asanovich. The Oaks with 2 in the first. Quakes went 1-2-3 against T.A. Fulmer. And now Asanovich, the shortstop, batting .344 with 4 home runs and 10 RBIs, is at the plate. Here's Edwards home and the pitch on the way. Swinging a little tapper right back to Edwards. He comes down off the mound, fields it on the front edge of the grass, and throws over to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. Especially after you give up 2 run-scoring hits with 2 outs. It appeared that you were out of the inning anytime, but especially in this situation, you get a 1-pitch out for Edwards. It's a big boost to the right-hander early on in this one. Now the batter is Sandy Aracena, the designated hitter. 2-0 Visalia, top of the second inning, and Edwards, feet spread apart on the rubber, winds and throws home in the pitch. Aracena takes inside. 1 ball and no strikes. The lights are on here at the ballpark. Shadows completely covering the field. Here's the windup and the 1-0 on the way. Aracena is jammed on that ball, rolls it to second base. Leahy fields, throws to first in time, 2 men down. Edwards did a nice job staying in there to Aracena, and he probably broke his second bat of the night. That ball running right in on the fist. Here is Carlos Ramos. Quakes come into the ballgame at 27-23. It's the furthest above 500 they have been in the second half. They have spent 4 days above 500 as Edwards comes low and inside. Ramos stepping out of the way on the count, 1 ball, no strikes. It is the highest the Quakes have been. This is the high water mark for the Quakes, over 500 in the second half. They were last time they were over 500 was 20-16. Next pitch to Ramos, and it's in there for a strike, 1-1. And they actually were below 500 when they started the winning streak. They were 22-23 after the first two games on the road at Stockton last week. The 1-1. Ramos looks at that ball down low. 2 balls and a strike. 5-game winning streak for the Quakes. That's the longest of the year. And it's the longest in the last 2 seasons, because last year the longest Quakes winning streak was 4, which they accomplished 3 times. Next pitch down low, 3-1. Last year's Quakes teams did not have too many long winning streaks. They didn't have long losing streaks either. And this year's ball club, the longest losing streak was 9 games. Here's the 3-1 on the way to Ramos, and Ramos takes a strike on the inside corner. He began to wander up towards first, and he will retrieve back to the box. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 men down here in the top of the second inning. 2-0 Visalia. Edwards rocks the hands over the head, throws home. Next pitch swung on, hit back, deflected off of Edwards, back towards Wood at short. He fields, throws over to first to get Ramos, and the out is recorded. Inning over. Edwards had reached behind him on a sharp comebacker, and he was able to get a glove that deflected it over to Brandon Wood, and that may have saved a base hit. Nothing across in the top of the second after 1.5. 2-0 Visalia.
Hello, Best Western.
Hi, I'd like to book a room.
Sure, for how long?
5 months, so 161 days.
161 days?
Yep, don't want to miss out on any bobbleheads.
Wow, I guess so.
Actually, they're not for me, though. They're for my, son.
I'm sure they are.
Stay at any Best Western in California, Nevada, and Hawaii between April 7th and September 15th and ask for the baseball rate. You'll get up to 25% off your stay and get a free limited edition bobblehead. Different Major League star in their minor league uniform with each stay. Log on to TravelBestWestern.com for additional terms or call 1-800-WESTERN. Guests must register in advance and quantities are limited.
Everyone wants a healthy lawn and garden. However, fertilizer works better and is more cost-effective when used properly. By following the directions on the package and making sure water does not run off your property, you can keep fertilizer from washing away. Water that runs off your lawn or garden flows into the gutter and drains directly into the Santa Ana River, carrying excess fertilizer with it. Any fertilizer that reaches local waterways pollutes the environment for people and aquatic life. Next time you use fertilizer, make the following choices to protect our environment, your pocketbook, and public health. Follow the directions on the product. More is not better. Extra fertilizer just gets washed off your lawn or garden. Avoid using fertilizer near ditches or gutters. When watering your lawn and garden, make sure water does not run into the street and carry fertilizer with it. Do not apply fertilizer before a rainstorm. Store fertilizers and chemicals in a covered area and in sealed containers. When it is time to dispose of leftover chemicals, call 1-800-253-2687 from the Household Hazardous Waste Collection Site near you. For more pollution prevention tips, please call the City of Rancho Cucamonga at 909-477-2740 extension 4060.
Heading into the bottom of the second inning, they're scored 2-0 in favor of Visalia. It's a cool night here at the epicenter. Only 79 degrees at first pitch. It has that football weather feel to the ballpark on this August night. Coming up to the plate is Nat Pauley. He had a couple of weeks where it was just overbearing with the humidity here, but not too bad for the season. And then Quakes go on the road, and things had cooled off, but it's almost as if in a different change in terms of months. Here's the pitch to Pauley, and it's in there for a strike, 0-1. April, it's always rather cool at the ballpark. You could tell the difference between April and June, that's for sure. 0-1 on the way. Pauley swings, hits one out towards deep right center. Ramos, the center fielder, is over there, and he's going to run it down for the catch. 1 man down here in the bottom of the second inning. Pauley coming into the ballgame batting .270 with 11 home runs and 73 RBIs. And the batter is Matt Brown. Brown hitting .260 with 11 home runs and 55 RBIs. Pitch on the way, a swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike to count to Matt Brown. First 4 men have been retired against T.A. Fulmer. Fulmer, who's pitched well in his last 2 starts, but overall with the Visalia, he has not been sharp. as the 0-1 on the way. The swing and a miss, 0-2. Fulmer 2-6 with a 6.19 ERA in 23 games. 17 starts for Visalia, but again, the last 2 starts have been a different story for Fulmer. And right now, it will be interesting to see if he builds off of that. Next pitch is up high, 1-2. Fulmer had a no decision in his last start against Modesto at home. And he went 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk, and he struck out 6 in that ball game. The 1-2 home, Brown takes up high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Visalia headed back home after this series. They play Inland Empire. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Brown swings and skies one. Left center field. Breaking in on the ball is Leandro, and he is under it, and the left fielder makes the catch. 2 men down, and here comes Ben Johnson. So Brown got that one off the end of the bat. Quakes are 27-23. We told you they're 55-64 overall. The Oaks 44-77 overall. They're 18-33 in the second half. 2 men down. Benton Johnson, switch hitter, batting left-handed, swings and misses. 0-1 to count. Johnson has raised his average up to 260 with 10 home runs and now 30 RBIs. Here's the windup by Fulmer. The pitch on the way. 0-1. Johnson swings, hits that one down the left field line over the reaching Cuevas, and that ball takes off, goes down into the corner. Around first is Johnson. He'll head into second base. Bill comes back to the infield, and Ben Johnson with a 2-out double. And that'll bring up Blake Baltham. And you see a guy that is locked in at the plate. It's fun to watch him hit. And Blake Baltham has been swinging that pretty good too. Ben Johnson is locked in right now and is throwing the ball hitting the ball very well. And he's somewhat started to claim that designated hitter spot, although he is catching tonight. Balcom is the DH. Here's the pitch on the way to Balcom in there for a strike, 0-1. Whether Johnson is catching or DHing, he's finding himself in the lineup more and more with the way he is swinging his bat. 0-1 the count, 2 men down to Balcom. A look back at second. The pitch home. Low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. One the count. Here's the pitch. Balcom lays off of it. Low and away. 2-1. 2 men down. Back up on the mound is Fulmer. Holds the ball down to his side. Glove down to his left-hand side. 2-1. Now he throws home the pitch. Balcom swings and misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Balcom hitting .253, 6 home runs, 34 runs batted in. Two balls and 2 strikes. Fulmer looks in. Now he goes to the glove. And throws the pitch. Swing and a miss. The ball's in the dirt, picked up by Arhart. He's going to throw down to first to complete the strikeout on Balcom, and the side is retired. 1 hit and 1 left on. After 2 innings, our score, Oaks 2, Quakes nothing.
Galliano Winery, located at 1431 Wineville Road in Mariloma, California. In business since 1927, the Galliano family's roots run deep in Cucamonga Valley's winemaking history, offering a unique array of 25 varieties, including award-winning wines as well as custom label. The Galliano tradition continues to grow in the Inland Empire. Try the latest award-winning wines in a relaxed country atmosphere of the tasting room. Enjoy a tour of our landmark complex or relax in the beautiful picnic grounds. To reach Galliano Winery, call 909-685-5376. That's 909-685-5376. Or stop by Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday, 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m.
In baseball, there are day games, night games, and even the occasional twilight doubleheader. But you'll never see a first thing in the morning game. That's because mornings are for Farmer John. Whether it's delicious hardwood smoked bacon, savory sausage, or juicy ham steaks, they're all made fresh right here in the Southland. There's even Farmer John quick serve bacon and sausage. It's ready in seconds. So share your afternoons and evenings with the Quakes. But mornings are for you and Farmer John. Get fresh. Get Farmer John.
After 2 innings, Visalia and the Quakes. It's 2-0 Oaks. Jason Anapoyan with you here from the ballpark. Glad you can join us wherever you might be on this Tuesday evening. Bill Edwards back out there on the mound. And now the final throw going down to second base. Coming up to the plate for the Oaks is Francisco Leandro. Here's Leandro to lead it off against Edwards. Edwards rocks and throws in the pitch home, and Leandro runs up and looks at a pitch down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Leandro singled and scored in the first inning. Here's Edwards back home, and the 1-0 on the way. In there for a strike. 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Leandro takes down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Leandro, Duffner, and Gomes. Edwards, after he gave up 2 runs in the first, he came back and retired the side quickly in the second. 2-1 on the way, slapped hard and foul down the left field line. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the kick and the pitch. Leandro swings and he foul tips it at the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Edwards looks in. Now he goes to the glove, winds and throws. The 2-2 on the way is low and inside, and the appeal down to first base, and Leandro is ruled to have gone around, and he is out on strikes. So there's a strikeout for Bill Edwards. 1 man down. Chris Duffner coming up to the plate. Second strikeout now. Second strikeout now for Edwards. Here's the pitch to Duffner, swinging a chopper to first base. Holly plays back, fields it, an underhand flip over to Edwards, and the pitcher covering the bag is there for the putout. And now that is 6 in a row retired by Edwards since the Earhart double. 2 men down, and coming up is Joey Gomes. Gomes grounded out to third base in the first. So Edwards and everybody else in the rotation pushed back another day. They're going to get 5 full days off in between starts. Pitch on the way to Gomes is taken down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Edwards actually has a 6 days off. Next pitch swung on, line to right, a base hit. Two-out single for Gomes. He's 1 for 2. Holcomb tomorrow. That'll be 6 days in between his start. Holcomb tomorrow. And Posey will throw on Friday. Rodriguez on Saturday in High Desert. And then on Sunday, Kevin Jepson, who pitched well last night, he'll start. Here is John Paul Davis. First pitch home. Swing and a miss. And the count 0-1. Kevin Jepson, who pitched last night, his next start will be Sunday evening in Adelanto. 0-1, 2 men down. Now set at the belt is Edwards. He kicks. Here's the 0-1 on the way. That ball comes and runs inside. 1 ball and 1 strike to John Paul Davis. Paul Davis stands off the plate. Edwards peeks back over at first. Leading away is Gomes. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swing, a half swing and a miss. The appeal to the base umpire, and Barrett rules that Davis held up. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. 2 men down. Edwards holds the glove right up about thigh height. Away from first base is Gomes, held on by Pauly. Now Edwards is ready. Here's the 2-1 on the way. Swung on a big chopper right to third. Matt Brown fields. He goes long way over to second base. Leahy is there in time for the putout on Gomes. Fielder's choice goes 5-4, and the inning is over. 1 hit and 1 left on base. We move to the bottom of the third inning with the score. The Quakes and the Oaks. It's 2-0. Visalia.
A few years ago, a small bank from Rancho Cucamonga started sending shockwaves through the banking industry. Vineyard Bank rolled through Southern California with a creative force that is changing the way we bank. We created small ripples at first, with innovative ways to move money quickly and effectively, where it would help businesses and families the most. Then our reputation grew stronger thanks to personal bankers with a can-do attitude committed to building lasting relationships. Vineyard Bank's financial performance was off the scale. A fast-growing bank with a rising stock. New, customer-friendly branches offering easy access to your money, opening throughout the Southland. Online banking on our award-winning website at www.vineyardbank.com. That's Vineyard Bank. Proud to be your hometown bank. Proud to support our hometown team. For more information, please call 1-800-442-4996. That's 1-800-442-4996.
Great teams win because of a well-thought-out game plan. When planning your next remodeling project, your game plan starts with Alpine Custom Cabinetry, family-owned and operated. We have over 50 years of experience providing high-quality, high-end residential cabinetry of the finest workmanship. We also specialize in historical restoration. Whether it's new construction or renovations, give us a call at 985-1170 or find us in your Yellow Pages. Alpine Custom Cabinetry, climbing to new heights in customer satisfaction.
Heading to the bottom of the third inning with the score. Oaks 2, Quakes nothing. T.A. Fulmer on the mound right now for Visalia. Jason Anafoyan with you. Our studio coordinators are John and Josh Souter, back in the KWRM studios tonight. KWRM is also the new home to USC football and basketball on the radio. The KWRM sports family growing with the addition of USC Trojan football and basketball. And the first game for USC is coming up in just a few weeks. They will be at Hawaii. That is the first USC football radio broadcast. It'll be on September 3rd, Saturday, September 3rd. At 4 o'clock, the first football broadcast with... as the pitch to Devin Day is taken low and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. That is the first first football broadcast of the season of USC football. 1-0 on the way. Day swings. It's one high and deep out to right center field. Gomes is on the move. The right fielder is going to get there and make the catch. And running on the warning track, and there's 1 out. Day really whacked that ball rather well to right field. That'll bring out the Jason Sugden. 2-0 Visalia, bottom of the third. Quakes at home tonight against the Oaks. High Desert, who is at home tonight against the Stockton Ports. Lake Elsinore visiting Lancaster. Now Sugden pushes a bunt past Fulmer on the mound. It's picked up by Asanovich, and Sugden is going to beat it out. A bunt single by Jason Sugden. It wasn't a drag bunt, but it was a bunt that was pushed back past Fulmer. Fulmer, the right-handed pitcher, was coming off a little bit towards first base. And that bunt was bunted out towards shortstop. Sugden is on base now for Peel. Pitch on the way, a swing and a miss. Ball is in the dirt, and it is picked up by Arhart. No balls, 1 strike to count. Early scores for you tonight. Stockton 1, High Desert 0. Bottom of the second inning. Lake Elsinore at Lancaster. Lake Elsinore with a 15-game losing streak. They are leading Lancaster 2-0 in the bottom of the first. 0-1, 1 man down. Now here's the pitch on the way. Peel swings in a high pop-up behind the plate. Arhart with his mask off on the warning track, and he's going to make the catch near the on-deck circle. And Sugden stays put at first base. That'll bring up Ryan Leahy. A new life for T.A. Fulmer. And he's trying to make the most of it in a new organization this year with the Devil Rays. The Devil Rays had selected T.A. Fulmer from Seattle in the AAA phase of the Rule 5 draft. Here's Leahy. 1 man on, 2 men out. And Fulmer from the stretch throws home, and the pitch on the way is in there for a strike. And the count is at the no balls and 1 strike. Fulmer from Houston, Texas. Resides in Charleston, South Carolina. Last year was 6-7 with the 66ers with a 5.16 ERA in 17 games. They turn and they throw back to first, and back is Sugden. Fulmer had pitched in some action with both the AA San Antonio and AAA Tacoma last season. 3 different ball clubs. He threw 96 innings with the 66ers. 30 2/3 with San Antonio. Now Leahy jammed on the 0-1 pitch, chopped to short. Coming in as Asanovich, he charges, fields, and somewhat snow cones the ball, keeps control of it, and throws on the grass on the run to get Leahy, and the side is retired. 1 hit and 1 man left on base. We've completed 3. Visalia leading 2-0.
Gary just got vision on his Sprint PCS phone.
Yeah, it's great. I can watch baseball on Sprint TV. I can get on the internet for baseball scores. I can talk baseball with my friends. But I use it for other stuff, too.
What would that be?
I can watch basketball.
Sprint PCS Vision is full of easy and amazing things you'll really use. Sprint PCS. Now that's better.
Sprint PCS Vision is available on Sprint PCS Vision phones activated on a Sprint PCS service plan. Additional charges and restrictions apply. See store for details.
The 2005 minor league regular season is winding down, so don't miss out on your chance to see the Angels of Tomorrow today at the Epicenter in Rancho Cucamonga as the Quakes host the Lake Elsinore Storm the week of August 26th through 28th. Join us on Friday, August 26th, as the first 1,000 fans receive Angels lenticular cups. On Saturday, August 27th, take in the Harley-Davidson post-game fireworks show. The final Sunday home game of the season is August 28th, and the Quakes want to make sure the kids go back to school in style with a lunchbox giveaway presented by Silverback Extreme.
3-2, 2 men down. Runner goes at first. The pitch, swing and a miss, and a high fastball. Strike 3. The ball game is over.
Tickets at the Epicenter start at just $7, and the best seats in the house are only $10. Fans can purchase tickets in person at the Epicenter ticket office, over the phone at 909-481-5252, or online at rcquakes.com. Come see the Angels of Tomorrow today at the Epicenter in Rancho Cucamonga.
And the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes have pulled out a come-from-behind victory.
After 3 innings, our score 2-0 Visalia. Here come the Oaks to bat in the top of the 4th inning against Bill Edwards. The Angels are at home tonight against Toronto. It's tied up at 1 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Joe Saunders with a very good start last night in his major league debut for the Angels. Toronto and the Angels tonight are tied at 1 in the bottom of the third. Angels have an opportunity to pick up another game on Oakland. Here is Arhart, and Arhart takes low and away. 1 ball, no strike. The Baltimore Orioles earlier this afternoon completing a 3-game sweep over the A's, 5-3. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch on the way to Arhart, and that ball is in there for a strike, and the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. DuBose the win for the Orioles, Heron the loss for the A's, and Williams' first save. 1-1, the pitch on the way. Arhart takes inside, 2 balls and a strike. Matos homered for the Orioles, and Payton homered for the A's in the 5-3 Baltimore win. Baltimore had built up a 5-0 lead. Here's the 2-1 on the way. A swing and a chopper foul wide of third, back into the camera bin. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Seattle beat Kansas City 11-5. Moyer the win for Kansas City. Carrasco the loss. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Arhart takes low and away, and the count 3 balls, 2 strikes. The appeal and ruling that he held up was base umpire Lance Barrett. Chris Bakke is behind the plate. Moyer the win for Seattle. Carrasco the loss for Kansas City. Phillips hit his first home run for the Royals, and Beltre and Sexton homered for the Mariners. 3-2 the count. Tough times in Kansas City. 3-2 on the way. Swinging a chopper foul wide of third. Back towards the tarp. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Texas shuts out Cleveland 3-0 behind Young today. Young is now 10-7 on this season. Kevin Millwood took the loss for Cleveland. Cordero picked up his 27th save. Michael Young hit his 18th home run for the Rangers. Phil Nevin hit his 11th. 3-2 the count to Arhart. That time is called as Arhart steps out of the box. Arhart doubled in a run in the first. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the windup and the pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, strike 3. 1 man down, and coming up to the plate is Annuity Cuevas. Cuevas grounded out to second base in the first. Detroit beat Boston 6-5. Bonderman the win. Wells the loss. Rodney the save for the Tigers. Shelton homered for Detroit. It was a 5-0 Detroit lead as Cuevas swings and misses the first pitch, 0-1. Boston came all the way back to make it a 1-run game in the end, but fell to defeat. 0-1 on the way in there for a called strike 2. 0-2 to Cuevas. This guy can play a very good defensive third base. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 man down. Here's Edwards. Throws home. Cuevas takes off the outside. Johnson framing him to the outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Minnesota beats the White Sox 5-1. Santana the win. Next pitch comes low and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Burley the loss. LaCroix hit 2 home runs tonight. Matt LaCroix did for Minnesota. Konerko hit his 31st for Chicago in the bottom of the 9th. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 men down. Johan Santana in that ball game for Minnesota tonight had carried a no-hitter. And coming up to the plate is Sonovich. Johan Santana ended up giving up 6 hits, but he carried a no-hitter into the 7th inning of that ball game. He pitched 8 1/3 tonight. Here is Sonovich, and he takes low and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Joe Nathan came on and finished it off. 1-0 to count to Sonovich. The next pitch on the way, low and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 men down, top of the 4th inning. Edwards gets the ball back and roughs it up as he walks behind the mound. We'll get to the National League scores in the bottom of the 4th inning. Sonovich hit a tapper back to Edwards in the 2nd. 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch home. And that ball tails inside. 3 balls and no strikes. 2 men down. Here's the 3-0. Hasanovich takes outside, ball 4 and a walk. Two-out walk, that'll bring up Sandy Aracena. Aracena grounded out to second base in the second. Ben Johnson now to talk with Edwards. Johnson tonight catching for the Quakes. When Johnson catches, Quakes have a record of 5-3. This is his 9th start behind the plate. There's Danny Aracena. 2 men down. Edwards peeks back over at first. Hasanovich leads away. The pitch home. And that ball is low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. 2 men down, top half of the 4th. Peel and Les, Sugden in center, Day and right, all playing straight away against Aracena. They're setting up inside. Edwards ready. Now throws. 1-0. And that's a strike to the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Two men out. Here's the 1-1. Low and inside. Johnson goes down to block it. Now a snap throw down to first base. And back safely is Hasanovich. 2 balls and a strike. Angels leading the AL West currently at 2.5. So an opportunity to push it up to 3 on Oakland. With the win tonight. 2-1 on the way. Aracena takes inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. That's the best way if you're the Angels to keep Oakland from getting any momentum after Oakland, who has been playing phenomenal. 3-1, 2 men out, but they would come right back. Here's the pitch on the way. Aracena swings and a chopper in the hole. Backhanded by Wood at short. He gets rid of a throw from the edge of the outfield grass to first base, not nearly in time. And that's an infield hit for Aracena. 2 men on and 2 men out. For the Angels to come back after losing 2 out of 3 to Oakland. And now, not even a week later, they have built a possibly and are in position to build back a 3-game lead. That is so key. Here is Carlos Ramos, grounded out to short in the second. Two out, 2 on. Edwards from the belt, kicks and throws home. Ramos swings, rolls that one into right field. That's a base hit. Being waved around third is Hasanovich. Here comes Day up with the throw from right. It's there on a couple of hops, but not in time. And sliding in safely is Hasanovich, just behind the tag. So he beat the throw. Down to third base goes Aracena. Ramos delivers an RBI hit to right field, and it's 3-0 Visalia. So an RBI hit for Ramos. It's 3-0 Visalia in this rally here in the inning, coming with 2 outs and the base is empty. A 2-out walk comes around to score, and it's the only walk given up by Edwards in this one. To third base goes Aracena. Ramos with the RBI single now. Here is Francisco Leandro. 1 for 2. Leandro, who singled and scored in the first, struck out swinging in the third, steps up. Edwards looks in from the stretch. Here's the pitch home, and Leandro takes a called strike, and the count is 0-1. For Ramos, that's his 30th RBI of the year. Now balls, 1 strike, 2 men down. The pitch on the way, low and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1. Edwards set. Now turns in a throwback over to first base. Ramos is back. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Leandro takes a called strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2. Here's the pitch. Leandro swings a big chopper over towards first. Short hop by Polly. Polly will turn back and flip out back over to Edwards. The pitcher covering the bag in time for the putout on Leandro, and the side is retired. Good play there by Matt Polly to come in and short hop it. Side retired. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 2 laps. Heading to the bottom of the 4th, 3-0 Visalia.
It's good to play together on the diamond, but it's even better to play together on your Xbox. When the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes are not on the field, you can usually find them playing Xbox, the official gaming console of the 2005 Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. With several new games for the whole family, online play with Xbox Live, and a new low price of $149. What better time than now to visit your local gaming retailer and pick up your very own Xbox? Xbox now more than ever, it's good to play together.
You are listening to Quakes Baseball on AM 1370 KWRM, Corona, California.
Pressed for time? Gotta get something good for the family and real quick? Think Chipotle. For gourmet meals on the run, Chipotle Mexican Grill is famous for their huge portions. Plus, it's fresh. Fresh gourmet burritos and tacos prepared the way you like it. Nothing processed or frozen. Plus, their recipes are created by a classically trained chef. No, not that type of classical, but it will be music to your mouth when you bite into a Chipotle burrito stuffed with 17 different ingredients and marinated in their famous Chipotle adobo sauce. And for those of you who like to eat healthy, skip the tortilla and have a burrito bowl because they get fresh veggies delivered every day. Add some lettuce and homemade guacamole, and you've got a salad fiesta. Chipotle has a brand new location in Norco, or for one nearest you, visit their website at chipotle.com. Chipotle, where their burritos let you cover all 4 food groups in one single bite, and fast food that is not only healthy and fresh, but you can eat it with your hands. Chipotle, now open in Norco on Hamner between 1st and 2nd Street, or find a location nearest you at chipotle.com. That's Chipotle, CHIPOTLE.com.
Moving to the bottom of the 4th inning now, it's 3-0 Visalia. Brandon Wood will lead it off for the Quakes. Wood, Polly, and Brown. And this one for Rancho Cucamonga against T.A. Fulmer. Quakes with just 2 hits so far through 3 innings. Pitch on the way to Brandon Wood is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Wood does not have the lead in RBIs in the California League. He has been overtaken. 1-0. Here's the pitch on the way, and Wood takes a called strike, and the count is even at 1-1. Brian LaHare becomes the first player in the California League with 100 RBIs. Here's the 1-1 on the way. Wood takes low and outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Wood leads Billy Butler by 10 home runs, 35-25 in the home run race. His average currently at the moment at 316. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch on the way. Up and outside. 3 balls and a strike. Wood with 83 extra base hits. He's going to finish with the lead in that. There's no doubt about that. The next closest man with extra base hits is Valentin with 60. Next pitch to Wood. Low and outside. Ball 4 and a walk. So a walk is going to bring up Matt Polly. Polly fly to center in the second. Three nothing. Oaks, bottom of the 4th. California League affiliates of the Devil Rays and Angels. First pitch to Polly. is inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Goes out to talk with Fulmer. Fulmer, overall in the year, 2-6, coming into this one with a 2.19 ERA. Pitched out of the bullpen a little bit in both April and early May. Never faced the Quakes when they played Visalia back in May. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch on the way, and it is low and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. It was right around the transition time for Fulmer to go into the starting rotation. Fulmer, who has walked 27 now and has struck out 83 on the season. Next pitch, Polly swings a high pop fly foul past third base. Out of play, up into the seats. 2 balls and a strike. Two and 1 to count to Matt Polly. 3-0 Visalia. And he stands off the plate from the left side. Here's the pitch home. Strike called on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fulmer wears the high black socks. Holds the ball in his hand down to his side. Now goes to the glove. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch on the way. Polly swings and misses. Strike 3. 1 man out. Here comes Matt Brown. Brown flied out to left field in the 2nd inning. Throws the pitch. Brown takes a strike, 0-1. Fulmer in 2 starts, in his last 2 starts coming into this one, and allowed just 3 earned runs in 11 innings pitched. He had an ERA in July over 8. Over 8. As a starter this year, and as a reliever, both his ERAs, when you break it down, are well over 6. 0-1 the count, 1 man down. Fulmer throws the pitch. Brown swings and a fly ball straight away right field. Gomes is coming in about 3 steps, and he makes the catch. Back to first goes Brandon Wood. 2 men down. Ben Johnson coming up. Johnson doubled down the left field line in the 2nd inning against T.A. Fulmer. Brandon Wood led off with a walk, and he's still there at first base, held on by Davis. The second baseman, Chris Duffner, plays back right at the edge of the infield grass to Johnson. 2 men down. Fulmer throws home the pitch. Johnson takes a breaking ball for a strike. The count is 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 men down. Here's the pitch home. Johnson swings and misses. 0-2 the count. Johnson, who has been hitting the ball well lately, we told you he got the double in the 2nd inning. He took a big rip at that one. I think he was trying to make this a 1-run ball game with that last swing. 0-2 the count, 2 men down. 3-0 Visalia, bottom of the 4th. Wood with his hands on his knees now, inches away a little bit more from first. The 0-2, down low, ball's in the dirt. Arhart picks it up immediately. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Breeze is blowing out pretty good to right field. The American flags draping the flagpoles right up at the top of the seating grandstand along the third base line, beautifully blowing out to right field. 1-2, 2 men down. Lights on. Nighttime is settled in. The mountain has faded from a silhouette, blended into the sky out in the left field. Now a throwback over to first. And again, Wood is back. Just before the sun goes down, you can really see the silhouette of the mountain. Beautiful time of the night in Rancho Cucamonga. 1-2 the count, 2 men out. Now the pitch home. Johnson swings and fouls this one back to the screen. And the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Homer from the stretch. Wood is away from first. 1-2 the count, 2 men down. The pitch, there goes Wood. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the inning is over. That's the 4th strikeout now for T.A. Fulmer. 1 walk and 1 man left on base. We head to the 5th inning here at the Epicenter. Our score 3-0.
Great moments in Laughlin history. Jeff from Barstow tries out his new camera phone.
Hey, Jeff sending pictures from Laughlin.
Looks like you rented a jet ski.
Cool. Now he's floating by a pontoon boat.
Are there girls on there?
Yeah, those are girls.
Are they hot?
Yeah, and they're really tan. I think he's in a casino now.
Are the girls with him?
They're blowing on his dice. Nice, he won.
Good. He owes me money.
They're in a nightclub now.
Whoa.
Knee-deep in females.
That never happens when we're with them.
Hello?
Hey, man, you guys should come down here.
Hey, baby. Jeff says hello.
Uh-huh.
I hate Jeff.
Laughlin, Nevada. Founded on fun.
I don't want to know what that is.
For information, call 1-800-4-LAUGHLIN or go to visitlaughlin.com.
This is Todd Bluffin, manager of the Quakes for the Ontario Airport Marriott. Featuring an executive conference center, a lecture hall with surrounding breakout room, the Marriott is your place for your next meeting or seminar. Looking for a place to host a wedding ceremony, reception, or how about that class or family reunion? The Marriott features ballroom space for up to 500 people. The Ontario Airport Marriott is located at 2200 East Hope Boulevard, right off the 10 freeway. The Ontario Airport Marriott, a proud sponsor of your 2005 Quakes on the radio.
4 innings in the books with our score 3-0 Visalia. As Bill Edwards, who has settled down into a nice groove of his own. And right now in this one, we're in the midst of a little pitcher's duel. However, the Oaks have been able to get 3 runs off of Edwards. And all 3 of their runs tonight have come with 2 outs. And leading it off is Chris Duffner. Duffner, Gomes, and then Davis. Duffner, who is 0 for 2, struck out swinging in the first, and then he grounded out to the first baseman Polly in the third. Here's the pitch on the way to Duffner, taken low and away from Edwards. 1 ball, no strikes. Matt Brown in on the grass at third base in case Duffner tries to bunt. 1-0 on the way. Swing a high fly ball foul. This ball is going to head right back into a walkway and actually onto a staircase and bounces right back up into the seats. Along the third baseline, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Duffner looks at a breaking ball down low. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Here's Edwards into his windup, and the 2-1 on the way. Duffner swings and misses. And the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's 3-1 High Desert in the bottom of the 4th inning over in Adelanto tonight against Stockton. Here's the windup, the 2-2 on the way to Duffner. Swinging a fly ball foul off to the left and out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. For one saving grace for the Quakes, as they have just over the last 5 days, they've rolled off 5 in a row, and they've only picked up 1 game on High Desert. You have 7 head-to-head meetings starting on Friday. You control your own destiny. 2-2 on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the second time Duffner has struck out. 1 man down. Joey Gomes coming up. He grounded to third in the first and singled to right in the third. 3 runs, 6 hits for the Oaks. No runs, 2 hits for the Quakes. Gomes slightly open stance from the right side. Here's the pitch. Swinging a big chopper over to third. Brown comes in, fields it behind the bag at third, inside the line, throws over to first, in time to get Gomes. 2 men down. Here comes John Paul Davis. So it's 3-1 High Desert leading Stockton in the bottom of the 4th inning. As a High Desert posted 3 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. Inland Empire 2, San Jose nothing, top of the 5th. Over at Arrowhead Credit Union Park. Bakersfield 1, Modesto nothing, top of the 4th. Some low-scoring games early on tonight in the league. Here's the pitch to John Paul Davis, in there for a strike, 0-1. 2 men out. 0-1 the count. Edwards kicks and throws home, and the pitch swung on and line foul. That ball headed past the first base coach and off of it. It glanced right off of the protective fence down the right field line. No balls and 2 strikes. Mr. Perez, one of the backup infielders for the Oaks, is coaching first base tonight. Here's the 0-2 on the way. Breaking ball low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. See that sometimes with teams, at least in the early innings, maybe allowing their a player to coach first base. Give the hitting coach a better look in the dugout, or a different look at some of his hitters. Next pitch, low and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two men out. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 called from Edwards on the outside corner, and the inning is over. That's 6 strikeouts now for Edwards. And he sends the Oaks down 1-2-3. After 4.5, 3-0 Visalia.
Chris Madson's powerful new book, Joshua Shoots, He Scores. The Greatest Call I Ever Made is available now at joshuashoots.com.
Randy Youngman of the Orange County Register writes, Joshua Shoots, He Scores will touch anyone who reads it.
Hall of Famer Rod Carew declares, this is the little book with a lot of heart.
L.A. Kings announcer Bob Miller adds, Joshua Shoots, He Scores will leave you believing in miracles.
For more information, go to joshuashoots.com
or order by phone at 949-260-1012.
Or ask for Joshua Shoots, He Scores at bookstores everywhere.
Suddenly find yourself craving a Mountain Dew? You're a Pepsi guy and she's all about Diet Pepsi? Then drink your daily dose of carbonation at the Circle K Thirst Buster fountain. Whatever brand you're after. Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, or Dr. Pepper, Circle K keeps it ice cold and ready to go. Of course, Circle K can complement your great tasting Thirst Buster soda with chips, pretzels, candy, hot dogs, beef jerky, or maybe a sandwich. Just about any food you feel like, Thirst Buster can wash it down. Whatever kind of soda you can find yourself in the mood for, Thirst Buster soda fountain's got it. Ice cold and ready to go. Circle K. What else do you need?
Omaha Jack's Grill House and Brewery is open just north of the Epicenter in Mozzie Plaza. Come in for outstanding food featuring great steaks, fresh seafood, and roasted prime rib. Not to mention an in-house brewery and live entertainment. Quakes fans, show your ticket stub after a ball game and receive 10% off. Can't make it in after the game? Then stop in before for great steaks. Or how about a great place to meet for lunch? Lunch specials start at just $5.99. Omaha Jack's, a home run away from the Epicenter.
Down to the bottom of the 5th inning we go. Fans being entertained on the field by Tremor, the mascot. It's 3-0 in favor of the Oaks. And T.A. Fulmer working on a shutout so far over the first 4 innings. The Quakes, we just had 2 hits so far. Tremor doing a spoof with the plate umpire Chris Bakke in between innings. And you'll get these umpiring crews that they'll be good sports. Boy, umpires, they got to take part in a lot of stuff in minor league baseball. Here is Balcom. Bottom third of the order, Balcom, Day, and Sugden. 3-0 in favor of the Oaks. Now Fulmer, who struck out 2 in the last inning, goes into the windup, and the first pitch to Balcom is up high. 1 ball and no strikes. Balcom struck out swinging in the second. Here's the windup by Fulmer, and the next pitch on the way. A swing and a miss. 1 ball and strike. 1-1. Here's the pitch home to Balcom. Strike called on the outside corner. 1-2. High Desert 3, Stockton 1. That's now in the top of the 5th. We'll keep you posted on the Mavericks score. It is scoreboard watching time. 1-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. All 5 of the strikeouts by the Quakes at the plate tonight against Homer have been swinging. There's one man out, and Devin Day, who had flied out to right field in the 3rd, coming up. Visalia has Brian Allen warming up in the bullpen. Homer, feet close together on the rubber, kicks and throws home in the pitch today, and that's a called strike. 0-1 the count. No balls, 1 strike. Day had smacked the ball to right field when he made out the first time. Next pitch, there's a called strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Two, 1 man down. Here's the next pitch on the way. Day swings and misses. Strike 3. Ball is in the dirt. And Day immediately tagged. And right now, T.A. Fulmer on the move. He's on a roll right now, and he has struck out 6 batters. Same as Edwards. 2 men down. Jason Sugden is coming up. Sugden had a bunt single in the 3rd inning. 2 men down. Here's the kick and the pitch on the way, and Sugden takes a little bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. National League out-of-town scoreboard for you. Dodgers lost 10-2 in Atlanta. Hudson the win, Perez the loss. Andrew Jones hit his 38th home run for the Braves. 1-0 on the way, a swing and a miss, 1-1. Florida shuts out San Diego 6-0 behind Dontrell Willis. Woody Williams takes the loss for San Diego. Delgado homers for the Marlins. Giants beat the Reds 3-2, completing a sweep. 1-1 on the way. Sugden skies one to left field. Leandro, the left fielder, is there. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go to Quakes in the 5th. We move on to the 6th. 3-0 Visalia.
Are you fed up with the rising cost of cable? Want the same digital picture quality at a fraction of the price? Well, make the move to Dish Network today, the nation's leading provider of satellite television. Dish Network has been in business for over 25 years and has more customers and lower prices than DirecTV. How about our basic service starting as low as just $19.99 a month? No matter where you're at nationwide, they're offering a free 4-room system with free equipment, free installation, and best of all, free TiVo. So you can pause and record live television, never miss that movie or your favorite show again, and skip through all the commercials. Dish Network's technicians are licensed, bonded, and insured, so the job will get done right the first time. If it breaks or if you move, they can take care of you for free as well. Ask us how to receive $12 a month off your monthly bill for an entire year or get free HBO and Showtime. What are you waiting for? Cable and DirecTV to keep raising their prices? Call an authorized Dish Network dealer today at 562-843-0460. That's 562-843-0460. Dish Network.
Friends and family visiting you this summer? Don't worry. Add a room instantly by calling your friends at the Red Roof Inn. Red Roof Inns offer quality rooms, friendly service, great rates, and kids stay free. Plus, as a Ready Card preferred member, you'll earn points towards free room nights. With 360 Red Roof Inns nationwide, you'll find locations everywhere, including Ontario, San Dimas, and Victorville. Visit us today at redroof.com or dial 800-RED-ROOF.
Well, we move now into the top of the 6th inning. And coming up to the plate for the Visalia Oaks is Josh Arhart. Arhart, who is a 1 for 2. T.A. Fulmer, 6 strikeouts through 5 innings. Same with Bill Edwards. Now Earhart takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. 3-0 Visalia after 5. 0-1 the count. Here's the kick and the pitch. Earhart swings and chops it right to third. Now Brown plays back, fields it between his legs. He throws down to first in time to get Earhart 1 man down. And Annuity Cuevas, who grounded out to second base in the first, and then struck out swinging in the fourth coming up. Visalia getting an RBI single by Davis, an RBI double by Cuevas, or by Earhart, and then an RBI single by Ramos. First pitch on the way to Cuevas, a swing and a chopper foul back towards the on-deck circle. 0-1 the count. 1 man down. Edwards to the glove. Rocks and kicks. Here's the 0-1 on the way. Cuevas swings, hits one out towards right center field. Sucking on the move. He's ranging back. He's there to make the catch for the out. 2 men gone. Josh Asanovich coming up. Asanovich hit a tapper back to the pitcher and then walked and scored in the fourth. Since the RBI single by Ramos, 6 in a row retired by Edwards. Asanovich, slightly open stance from the right side of the plate. Here's the pitch, and he takes up high 1-0. Milwaukee leading Colorado 2-0, heading to the bottom of the 9th inning at Coors Field. The Cubs beat Houston 4-2 on the road. Next pitch, a strike, and the count is even at 1-1. Philadelphia 4, Washington 3. That's a final. Lieber the win, Loaiza the loss. Here's the 1-1 on the way. Asanovich with a big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Mets beat the Pirates 5-1. And St. Louis shuts out Arizona at home behind Mark Mulder 5-0. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Asanovich. Here comes Edwards back home. Reach for and tap to third. That is a foul ball. Brown went over to field the ball. And over to his right, got up and hurried to throw back over to first. But the ball was ruled foul by Baki, the plate umpire, from the get-go. And the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 men down. 1-2 the count. Edwards tonight making his 14th start for the Quakes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Asanovich swings and fouls this one back to the screen. 1-2 the count. Two men down. Here's the pitch. Low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Edwards set. He throws home the 2-2. Low and away. Full count now at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 men down. Edwards comes back to pitch. Asanovich swings, hits one over to left field. Peel coming in, and he's going to play it on a hop. Asanovich on with a single. He is 1 for 2 now, and with a walk. Here comes Sandy Aracena. Johnson coming out to talk with Edwards. Visalia has scored all 3 of their runs with 2 outs. Well, you think a 2-out base hit could be harmless. That might not be the case. Edwards will work to pitch through this here. Now he throws the pitch. Aracena is jammed on that ball and taps it foul back to the screen. No balls and 1 strike to count. Justin Dowdy is warming up in the Quakes bullpen. 0-1 the count, 2 men down. Edwards set at the belt. Here's the 0-1 on the way, and a breaking ball misses a little bit high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Two men down, 1-1 the count. Edwards throws the pitch. Low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two men out. Edwards is set. Here's the pitch. Arcina takes inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. And 2 men down. Here's Edwards from the belt. Here's the 3-1 home. Swung on, hit right to third. Matt Brown fields. He's going to throw over to Leahy at second for the force out on Sonovich, and the side is retired. 1 hit and 1 left on base. We move now into the bottom of the 6th inning. Edwards is dealing a good one. However, he's on the short end. It is 3-0 Visalia.
Have you ever wanted to host your own radio talk show? How about be a DJ? You know, play your kind of music, your style. Or are you a business owner? Maybe you want people to know more about your business. Well, KWRM 1370 AM is the answer. Well, after all, you're listening to us right now, aren't you? KWRM 1370 covers all of the Inland Empire and all of Orange County as well, plus parts of Long Beach and Covina. Imagine being able to tell people you host your own talk show or you're a DJ. And the best part, you keep all the money that you sell from your commercials. No experience is necessary. We'll even train you. Call today. You can be on the air as early as this week. 562-843-0460. That's 562-843-0460. KWRM 1370, covering all of Inland Empire and Orange County.
Faucets leaking, termites feasting, fishing, tackle, paints and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Tile and lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers walk in, yellow book, not the other book. Posers, florists, grocers, water coolers, bakers, jewelers, everything from A to Z. Duct tape, landscape, sit-down mowers, dentists, false teeth, uppers, lowers, wholesale, retail, Bombay, white whale. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers walk into yellow book. Let your fingers walk into yellow book, not the other book.
To place your ad at people's fingertips, call 1-800-YB-YELLOW. Yellow Book, not the other book.
Leading it off for the Quakes is Aaron Peel, bottom of the 6th inning, 3-0 the score. Visalia has gone to the bullpen for Brian Allen. T.A. Fulmer is done after 5 innings, and it's 5 shutout innings for Fulmer. 2 hits, a walk, and he strikes out 6. Here's the pitch to Peel, and that ball tails inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, the line for T.A. Fulmer, 5 innings pitched. No runs on 2 hits, 1 walk, and he struck out 6. Next pitch, Peel, who's 0 for 2, swings and skies at left center field, shallow left center field. Vasanovich coming off. Ramos, the center fielder, coming in with a diving attempt, cannot come up with it. He short hops it. Peel sliding into second, and he just beats the throw. And he has himself a leadoff double. Aaron Peel hit that one out towards shallow left center field, and Ramos came in with a dive, and he held it up as if he had caught it. And once he couldn't tell the umpire that he caught the ball, he got right back up and threw back to second base where Duffner was waiting for the throw. Now the batter is Ryan Leahy. Leahy flying to right in the first, grounded to short in the third. Here's Leahy. Now a look back at the second base by Allen, and the pitch on the way. Breaking ball for a called strike on the outside corner. No balls and one strike. 3-0 Oaks. Bottom of the sixth. Leahy standing right up on the plate. Hunched over. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch on the way. Swinging a chopper right to third. Cuevas fields, checks the runner at second, and then fires over to first. In time to get Leahy. Boy, you have to enjoy watching Cuevas throw. The first chance we have seen him throw. That guy has a cannon for an arm at third base. The batter is Brandon Wood. Fly to right in the first, and he walked in the fourth. Stockton has come back to tie High Desert at 3. They're now in the bottom of the fifth inning in Adelanto, and it's 3-3. One man down. Now Allen bent over, throws back over to second base. Ducker coming in, and they almost got Peel. Peel gets his hand back in on a head-first slide in front of the throw. Bottom of the sixth, 3-0 Visalia. Brandon Wood, slightly open stance from the right side of the plate. Allen, a high set. A look back at second. Now time is called, and Allen throws through anyway. Not with the same amount of force that he would have thrown had he had followed through. In fact, that pitch was clocked at 59 miles an hour on the radar again. One man down. Allen goes to the glove. A look back at second base. Here's the pitch on the way to Wood. Swinging a high fly ball down the first base line. That ball's caught by a fan all along with his glove, and a great play there by a young fan. No balls and one strike to count. A young fan who brought his glove to the ballpark, and he made the perfect catch. 0-1, one down. The pitch home to Wood. A little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lake Elsinore leads Lancaster 4-2. They're in the bottom of the fourth over in Lancaster. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 man down. Allen now goes to the glove. The high set. Here's the 1-1 on the way. Wood takes off the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and one man down. Now time is called. Duffner cheating in, coming in behind Peel away from second base. Two and one. Now the pitch home. Swing, ground ball to short. Asanovich fields. He's going to go to third, and they're going to get the lead out with Peel at third base, and Cuevas, who had snow-coned it, held on as Peel slid in. At third base, he is tagged out. 2 men down, and Wood is on with a fielder's choice. So Aaron Peel trying to go to third. The ball was hit to the backhand side of Asanovich, but not so much that Asanovich could get to the ball quickly, and he kept his momentum right at first, or heading towards third base, and threw on the run. Now the batter is Matt Polly. Fielder's choice goes 6-5. 2 men down. Polly 0 for 2. Flied to center in the second. Struck out swinging in the fourth. 3-0 Visalia. Right now the Quakes just trying to get something going here. Allen 1-3 with a 5.55 ERA in 24 games. Here's the pitch to Polly. In there for a strike, 0-1. He has saved a couple of games. He's pitched mainly out of the bullpen. He's had just 1 spot start. 13 walks, 45 strikeouts, and now 62 innings pitched. 0-1 the count, 2 down. The pitch. Polly swings. It's a liner right back to Allen on the mound, and he gloves it about thigh height, and the inning comes to an end. Boy, Polly smoked it, but right back to the pitcher. 1 hit, 1 left. heading on to the 7th inning with the score. The Oaks 3 and the Quakes nothing.
Gary just got vision on his Sprint PCS phone.
Yeah, it's great. I can watch baseball on Sprint TV. I can get on the internet for baseball scores. I can talk baseball with my friends. But I use it for other stuff, too.
What would that be?
I can watch basketball.
Sprint PCS Vision is full of easy and amazing things you'll really use. Sprint PCS. Now that's better.
Sprint PCS Vision is available on Sprint PCS Vision phones activated on a Sprint PCS service plan. Additional charges and restrictions apply. See store for details.
Have you ever driven with your knees? Applied makeup during the commute? Read the paper while you change lanes? Answered your cell phone at 65 miles per hour? It might sound funny, but there's nothing funny about the nearly 1.5 million auto accidents that happen every year because of distracted drivers. Allstate understands that nobody's perfect, but they also think that safe drivers, people who do check their rearview mirror before changing lanes, do pay attention to the road, and don't eat while they drive, should be rewarded with the Allstate Safe Driver Discount. Safe drivers should pay less. That's Allstate stand. Are you in good hands?
After 6 innings, it's 3-0 Visalia. And the Quakes trailing in this one. They have just 2 hits to show for it so far through 6 innings. Tonight's Quakes radio broadcast on the air is being brought to you in part by Allstate Insurance. To find out how much you can save on Allstate Insurance, call your local agents at the Cicero Insurance Service in Ontario at 984-8528 or the Pimentel Insurance Agency in Rialto at 879-0122. Again, that's the Cicero Insurance Service in Ontario at 984-8528 or the Pimentel Insurance Agency in Rialto at 879-0122. Justin Dowdy has come on the pitch now for the Quakes, and he is on here in the top half of the 7th inning. Bill Edwards' night has come to an end. Here's Dowdy home, and the pitch on the way, and Ramos, the left-handed hitting center fielder, drops a bunt foul up along the third base side, and the count is at the no balls and 1 strike. 6 innings tonight for Bill Edwards. Gives up 3 runs all earned on 7 hits. He walks just 1 and strikes out 6. Again, 6 innings for Edwards tonight. 3 runs all earned, 7 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. The 0-1 on the way, swing, and Ramos gets a piece of it, fouling it back to the screen. 0-2 the count. So we've arrived already at the top of the 7th inning. Just 10 total hits between the 2 teams combined. I said the Quakes had just 2 hits. They have 3. Quakes have 3 hits through 6 innings. They're being out hit 7-3. The 0-2 on the way. Ramos reaches for it, pokes it into left field, a base hit. And he is now 2 for 3. He had a base hit back in the 4th inning that brought in a run. And that'll bring up Francisco Leandro. Leandro, 1 for 3, singled and scored in the first. Dowdy looks over, and the pitch home, and Leandro cannot hold up and goes around swinging. And the count, no balls and 1 strike. And Dowdy's job is to keep this game right where it's at. Quakes can, with a 3-hit performance right now through 6 innings, can ill afford to have any sort of a Visalia threat take place here. The 0-1 on the way, swinging a fly ball to left field. Peel comes in, he makes the catch, and Ramos is back to first. Fly ball out, 1 man down. Chris Duffner, who was 0 for 3, struck out swinging in the first, grounded to first in the 3rd, and then struck out swinging in the 5th inning. Duffner steps in the box. Dowdy goes to the glove. Here's the pitch home, and Duffner swings and fouls it off to the right and out of play, and the count is 0-1. Dowdy 2-3, a 5.05 ERA. 39th game tonight. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Instead, a throw over to first base, and Ramos is back. The count, one man down. Dowdy throws. There goes the runner. A throw over to first. Polly fields. They got him picked off. Throw down to short. Brandon Wood covering, and out at second base is Ramos. Clock stealing 1 to 3 to 6. 2 men down. Big out there for Dowdy to get that runner. Ramos trying to get into scoring position. They're at the 2 spot in the lineup, and you got the big bats coming out. 0-1 the count now to Duffner. Completely changes the inning. Dowdy goes back into the windup. 3-0 Visalia in the top of the 7th. The 0-1 on the way. A high fastball swung on and missed. No balls in 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Duffner takes outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Warming up in the Quakes bullpen is Aaron McKenzie. 1-2, 2 men down. Here's the pitch on the way. Duffner takes strike 3 called on the inside corner, and the side is retired. Duffner 0 for 4 on the night. He has struck out 3 times. 1 hit, nobody left on. 7th inning stretch here at the epicenter. Our score, Visalia 3 and the Quakes nothing.
Hello, Best Western.
Hi, I'd like to book a room.
Sure, for how long?
5 months, so 161 days.
161 days?
Yep, don't want to miss out on any bobbleheads.
Wow, I guess so.
Actually, they're not for me, though. They're for my, son.
I'm sure they are.
Stay at any Best Western in California, Nevada, and Hawaii between April 7th and September 15th and ask for the baseball rate. You'll get up to 25% off your stay and get a free limited edition bobblehead. Different Major League star in their minor league uniform with each stay. Log on to TravelBestWestern.com for additional terms or call 1-800-WESTERN. Guest list register in advance and quantities are limited.
Galliano Winery, located at 1431 Wineville Road in Mariloma, California. In business since 1927, the Galliano family's roots run deep in Cucamonga Valley's winemaking history, offering a unique array of 25 varieties, including award-winning wines as well as custom label. The Galliano tradition continues to grow in the Inland Empire. Try the latest award-winning wines in a relaxed country atmosphere of the tasting room. Enjoy a tour of our landmark complex or relax in the beautiful picnic grounds. To reach Galliano Winery, call 909-685-5376. That's 909-685-5376. Or stop by Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sunday, 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Tonight's 7th inning stretch being brought to you by our friends at Silverback Extreme. Silverback Extreme, the evolution of the Bad Boy energy drink. Moving to the bottom of the 7th inning already in this one, 3-0 Visalia. Jason Anapoyan with you, John and Josh Souter back in the KWRM studios. Now here's the first pitch on the way to Matt Brown, swinging a high pop-up right side of the infield. Duffner at second base calling for it. He's there to make the catch for the out. 1 man down as Allen, who had relieved in the 6th inning, stays on here in the 7th. And the batter is going to be Ben Johnson. Still, as we look at our out-of-town scoreboard, High Desert has come back to tie Stockton 3-3 in the bottom of the 5th. Lancaster has gone ahead of Lake Elsmore 5-4. They're now in the top of the 5th. 1 man down. Now Johnson, switch hitter, batting left-handed, begins to step into the box. Allen, the right-hander, knocks the hands over the head, throws home, and the pitch on the way to Johnson is in there for a strike, 0-1. When Brian Allen goes into his windup, he rocks the hands over the head, and he goes not necessarily a full leg kick, kind of has a leg kick out. Here's the 0-1 on the way, a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. His front leg is fully extended as he begins to stride forward. 1 ball, 1 strike. Johnson doubled in the second, struck out swinging in the fourth. Allen ready, now throws home. The 1-1 on the way. Swing and a pulled ground ball right over to second base. Duffner has the ball hit off the heel of his glove and trickled out into right field. And Ben Johnson is on. An error charge to Duffner at second base. Here is Blake Balcom. Balcom struck out swinging in the second, struck out swinging in the fifth. Here's the first pitch home from Allen. And the pitch to Balcom is in there for a strike, 0-1. That's the first error committed in this ball game. And it's charged to Duffner at second base. Balcom struck out swinging in the second, and he struck out swinging again in the fifth. 0-1 the count. Allen throws the pitch. Balcom swings a chopper to third, fielded by Cuevas. He goes to second for 1. Duffner returned back to first. Double play. And the side is retired. Cuevas to Duffner, back to Davis. And the inning comes to an end, so the error does not come back to haunt Visalia. We move along to the 8th inning. Our score, the Oaks still in front of this one, 3-0.
Are you fed up with the rising cost of cable? Want the same digital picture quality at a fraction of the price? Well, make the move to Dish Network today, the nation's leading provider of satellite television. Dish Network has been in business for over 25 years and has more customers and lower prices than DirecTV. How about our basic service starting as low as just $19.99 a month? No matter where you're at nationwide, they're offering a free 4-room system with free equipment, free installation, and best of all, free TiVo. So you can pause and record live television, never miss that movie or your favorite show again, and skip through all the commercials. Dish Network's technicians are licensed, bonded, and insured, so the job will get done right the first time. If it breaks or if you move, they can take care of you for free as well. Ask us how to receive $12 a month off your monthly bill for an entire year or get free HBO and Showtime. What are you waiting for? Cable and DirecTV to keep raising their prices? Call an authorized Dish Network dealer today at 562-843-0460. That's 562-843-0460. Dish Network.
You're listening to Jason Anaforian and Quakes Baseball on AM 1370 KWRM, Corona, California.
This is James Rousen, hitting coach of the Quakes for the Ontario Airport Marriott. If you're looking for a great place to eat, the Ontario Airport Marriott features the D Street Sports Bar and Grill, open daily from 11:30 to 1:30. The Pacific Grill for the fine diner, or stop by the 24-hour Pacific Deli. The Ontario Airport Marriott is located at 2200 East Hope Boulevard, right off the 10 freeway. The Ontario Airport Marriott, a proud sponsor of your 2005 Quakes on the Radio.
Now we've completed 7 innings, and we head into the top of the 8th inning. Still 3-0 Visalia. Joey Gomes, John Paul Davis, and Josh Arhart were at the 3, 4, and 5 spots of the Oaks lineup. Rich Thompson has come on to pitch for Rancho Cucamonga. First pitch from the chopper, and Gomes swings and hits a high fly ball foul down the right field line and out of play. The count is 0-1. 3 runs on 8 hits and an error for the Oaks. No runs, just 3 hits for the Quakes. We're in the top of the 8th inning. The 0-1 on the way. Strike called. And the count is at 0-2. Meanwhile, we check the out-of-town scoreboard in Adelanto with High Desert hosting Stockton. Still 3-3 in the bottom of the 5th. That's the last scoring update we have. The 0-2 on the way, swung on, hit past the diving Polly, and into right field, a base hit. A single for Gomes. He's now 2 for 4 on the night. John Paul Davis is coming up. 3,695 tonight's crowd. Good crowd on hand for a Weenie Wednesday. $1 hot dogs tonight. at the ballpark. And tomorrow night is a dollar beer night. 12-ounce draft beers and canned sodas, just $1 tomorrow. Here's the pitch to John Paul Davis. Low and away, 1 ball, no strikes. We only have one more Thursday. Actually, I stand corrected. We have 3 more Thursday home games remaining. And Thompson from the belt throws home, and the pitch. Davis takes a called strike, and the count is at 1 ball and 1 strike. We have next Thursday with the High Desert Mavericks, and then the following Thursday as well. Next pitch, a swing and a miss to Davis. 1-2 with the San Jose Giants. Hard to believe that two weeks from today is going to be our final home game of the year. It just doesn't seem right. The 1-2 on the way, low and away. The ball scoots away from Johnson, and down to second base goes Gomes. A wild pitch charged to Rich Thompson. Two now, the count to Davis. Thompson from the belt. The look back at second base. Here's the pitch. Down low. 3-2. From today, it'll be, as the next pitch is low and inside ball 4. 2 weeks from tomorrow. And that's a walk to Davis. 2 weeks from tomorrow will be the last home game. And that'll be September 1st. Here's Josh Arhart. Doubled the right center in the first. Struck out swinging in the 4th. Grounded to 3rd in the 6th. Thompson's put the first 2 men on here in the top of the 8th. The pitch on the way to Arhart. A swing and a miss. And the count is 0-1. One strike to count. Now time is called. Friday, Saturday will be 7:05 games from Adelanto. Sunday is a 5:05 game, and now Thompson steps off the rubber again and looks back at second. And then Monday is a 7:05 game. 0-1 the count to Arhart. First and second. Here's the pitch. Took swing in the dirt, and Arhart goes around. And the count 0-2. Arhart did not agree with that call by the plate umpire, Chris Bonke. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the next pitch, low and away, in the dirt. Ball stays in front of Johnson, heading down to third base, and making it safely is Gomes, and he's in there. Wild pitch by Thompson. Davis holds at first base. Post play over at third. One ball, 2 strikes to count. Now time is called. One ball, 2 strikes. Away from third is Gomes. Davis off the bag at first. Nobody out, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Big strikeout for Thompson. One man down. Now he needs a ground ball. Thompson pitching there for the strikeout. with the runner at third base. Visalia still in a position. And here is Annuity Cuevas. First pitch on the way, and Cuevas takes down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Next pitch on the way, and that ball comes low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 man down. First and third. Cuevas will fly out to center his last time. He does that here, he'll produce a run. 2-0 on the way, swing and a miss now. And the count is at 2 balls and 1 strike. On the way, and that ball is down low. Check swing, and the count now 3 balls and 1 strike. Three and one down. The pitch on the way. In the dirt, ball 4. So the bases are now loaded. Eric Bennett's coming out to the mound. Gomes at third. Paul Davis is now at second base. And Cuevas with the walk. It's the second walk issued by Thompson. And Josh Asanovich, who was 1 for 2 with a walk, and he has scored a run, is coming up. Eric Bennett on the mound with his meeting with Thompson. That meeting is broken up. And here's a big batter of the ball game right here to this point. And it's Josh Asanovich. And for the Quakes, now they have to bring the infield in. The pitch on the way to Asanovich is inside. 1 ball and no strikes. One and 0 the count. Here's the next pitch on the way. Swinging a chopper right to the drawn-in Brown at third. He's going to come home for an out there. They get 1. Here's Johnson back to first. Double play. And Thompson gets out of the inning. Bases loaded. 1 man out. And he gets the 5-2-3 double play. Brown to Johnson to Polly. And the side is retired. 1 hit, 2 walks. And 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Quakes are still trailing 3-0.
Omaha Jack's Grill House and Brewery is open just north of the epicenter in Mozzie Plaza. Come in for outstanding food featuring great steaks, fresh seafood, and roasted prime rib. Not to mention an in-house brewery and live entertainment. Quakes fans, show your ticket stub after a ball game and receive 10% off. Can't make it in after the game? Then stop in before for great steaks. Or how about a great place to meet for lunch? Lunch specials start at just $5.99. Omaha Jack's, a home run away from the epicenter.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Quakes broadcast is brought to you in part by R&E Upholstery, furniture and automotive upholstery. Buy blinds for you. Need a new view? Call the blind guy. By the Bulldog Pub, a taste of Britain in Upland. And by Monarch Pool Replastering, king of the pool industry.
In
in baseball, there are day games, night games, and even the occasional twilight doubleheader. But you'll never see a first thing in the morning game. That's because mornings are for Farmer John. Whether it's delicious hardwood smoked bacon, savory sausage, or juicy ham steaks, they're all made fresh right here in the Southland. There's even Farmer John quick serve bacon and sausage. It's ready in seconds. So share your afternoons and evenings with the Quakes. But mornings are for you and Farmer John. Get fresh. Get Farmer John.
Well, a big double play there by the Quakes to get out of the top of the 8th inning. And maybe that can spur some momentum for Rancho Cucamonga. A 5-2-3 double play as Gomes was forced out at the plate. And the batter now is Devin Day. Nasanovich hitting into the double play that ended the 8th inning. Top of the 8th inning. Now the first pitch on the way to Devin Day. Swung on, pulled down the left field line. That is a base hit. Going over to cut it off is Leandro. He turns and throws back to the infield, and Day rounds the bag at first. Has a leadoff single against Allen. Last night it was Scott Vandermeer who pitched 2 good innings out of the bullpen, but then he ran into just a small problem in the 3rd inning that he worked, and he almost worked himself out of a jam. He had a 1-out double. However, it was Cody Fuller in the bottom of the 9th that came on and delivered the game-winning hit, a double to deep left center field. Now a right-hander warming up in the bullpen for the Visalia Oaks. Here is Jason Sugden, switch hitter, batting left-handed, and he takes down low. 1 ball and no strikes. That's Dave Coggin down in the Oaks bullpen, warming up for Visalia. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Sugden had a bunt single in the 3rd, fly to left in the 5th. 1-0. Here's the pitch on the way. Sugden hits one out to straightaway center field. Ramos going back on the ball. He's there in front of the warning track to make the catch. And back to first base goes Sugden. Or back to first base goes Day. Sugden is now 1 for 3 on the night. And the batter is Aaron Peel. Peel doubled in the 6th, 1 for 3. 3-0 Visalia, bottom of the 8th. Another hit or a base runner can give the Quakes the tying run to the plate. Here's the pitch home. Peel swings, hits that one to center field. Ramos coming in. He's got to play it on a hop. Stopping at second base is Day. He gets right back to the bag. And there are runners now at first and second base with 1 man down. And the tying run is Ryan Leahy at the plate. Well, here's Leahy. First and second, 1 man down. The pitch. Leahy takes a strike. It glances off the glove of Arhart, and the count is 0-1 as that ball rolls away. No balls, 1 strike, and 1 man down. Leahy stands off the plate, slightly open stance, slightly crouched stance. Here's the next pitch, breaking ball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. On deck, Brandon Wood. Crowd tonight, here's the ballpark of 3,695 getting into this one. 1-1 the count. The pitch home. Leahy takes a called strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes. First and second. Allen, a high set. Now throws home. The 1-2 on the way. Swing, a fly ball foul. Off to the right. Out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, the Oaks with an opportunity to extend their lead in the top of the inning. Did not do it. Rich Thompson got a key double play ground ball to end the 8th. Now the Quakes come back. They put 2 men on with 1 man out. And now a turn and a throwback over to second base. Duffner back in as he fielded the ball off to his left. Day, the runner, got his hand back in ahead of the tag. Well ahead of the tag. As the throw was a little bit offline. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Allen, a high set. The 1-2 on the way. Breaking ball. Strike 3 called in the dirt. Leahy cannot advance. Taking off for third and making it safely is Day. He can advance on his own risk. And Leahy didn't agree with the call as Bakke had rung him up. So Day goes down to third base. Ryan Leahy strikes out swinging. Two men out, and Brandon Wood is coming up to the plate. But first, before Wood gets out there, they're going to the bullpen right now, and manager Steve Lissy is making the call for Dave Coggin. And Allen is done. So they're going to bring in the former major leaguer to come in and face Brandon Wood, and Coggin, who is pitching in front of plenty of friends and family. The nearby Upland resident and Covina native coming in to pitch. We'll take a break. 3-0 Oaks, bottom of the 8th. Back to tell you about the new Visalia pitcher right after this.
The 2005 minor league regular season is winding down, so don't miss out on your chance to see the Angels of Tomorrow today at the Epicenter in Rancho Cucamonga as the Quakes host the Lake Elsinore Storm the week of August 26th through 28th. Join us on Friday, August 26th, as the first 1,000 fans receive Angels lenticular cups. On Saturday, August 27th, take in the Harley-Davidson postgame fireworks show. The final Sunday home game of the season is August 28th, and the Quakes want to make sure the kids go back to school in style with a lunchbox giveaway presented by Silverback Extreme.
3-2, 2 men down. Runner goes at first, the pitch, swing and a miss, and a high fastball. Strike 3, the ball game is over.
Tickets at the Epicenter start at just $7, and the best seats in the house are only $10. Fans can purchase tickets in person at the Epicenter ticket office or the phone at 909-481-5252 or online at rcquakes.com. Come see the Angels of Tomorrow today at the Epicenter in Rancho Cucamonga.
And the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes have pulled out a come-from-behind victory.
In the bottom of the 8th inning, 3-0 Visalia. Dave Coggin has come on to relieve Brett Allen. And the Quakes have the potential tying run at the plate in Brandon Wood, who is 0 for 2 with a walk in this one. At third base is Day, and first is Peel. One of the first thing that Dave Coggin asked when he arrived at the ballpark 2 days ago, or yesterday, he was the first man in the clubhouse, and of course stayed at home in Upland. And the first thing he asked was, how many tickets are we allowed on the pass list? First pitch to Brandon Wood is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. And so there are going to be quite a few folks coming in. Coggin, who now lives in Upland, is right next door to Rancho Cucamonga, born in Covina, and a pitcher with the Phillies for parts of 3 years. Next pitch is a swing and a miss, 1 ball and 1 strike. Coggin, 10-12 over the course of the 2000, 2001, and 2002 seasons with the Phillies. Next pitch on the way, 1-1, swinging a high fly ball down the right field line and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Coggin has logged 199 innings pitched in the major leagues over his 3-year career. And he pitched and started as for the Phillies in 2005 games, and in 2001, 17 games. And then in 2002, started just 7, but pitched 31 outings out of the bullpen. He logged 95 innings in 2001, where he was 6-7 with a 4.17 ERA. His major league ERA over his career, 4.52. 1-2 on the way, breaking ball in the dirt, strike 3. Wood goes around, tagged by Arhart, and that'll do it here in the 8th inning. 2 key strikeouts, one by Allen and then one by Coggin as he comes in and strikes out Wood. The Quakes leave 2 runners on base. 2 hits, 2 left. We move now into the 9th. It's still 3-0 Visalia.
Have you ever wanted to host your own radio talk show? How about be a DJ? You know, play your kind of music, your style. Or are you a business owner? Maybe you want people to know more about your business. Well, KWRM 1370 AM is the answer. Well, after all, you're listening to us right now, aren't you? KWRM 1370 covers all of the Inland Empire and all of Orange County as well, plus parts of Long Beach and Covina. Imagine being able to tell people you host your own talk show or you're a DJ. And the best part, you keep all the money that you sell from your commercials. No experience is necessary. We'll even train you. Call today. You can be on the air as early as this week. 562-843-0460. That's 562-843-0460. KWRM 1370, covering all of Inland Empire and Orange County.
When enjoying a delicious hot dog at the Epicenter, bring out the best in that hot dog with delicious condiments provided by Hellman's. Whether it's yellow mustard, tomato ketchup, or sweet relish, Hellman's is sure to add that complimentary taste to the ballpark food as the official condiment of the Epicenter. Hellman's also provides Quake fans with barbecue sauce, marinara sauce, or ranch dressing for the finger foods at the park. This season, the Quakes and Hellman's have teamed up to form a winning combination at the concession stand. The next time you're eating at the Epicenter, bring out the best with Hellman's, provided by Unilever Food Solutions, the official condiment provider of the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes.
It's good to play together on the diamond, but it's even better to play together on your Xbox. When the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes are not on the field, you can usually find them playing Xbox, the official gaming console of the 2005 Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. With several new games for the whole family, online play with Xbox Live, and a new low price of $149. What better time than now to visit your local gaming retailer and pick up your very own Xbox? Xbox now more than ever, it's good to play together.
Sandy Aracena leads off the top of the 9th and swings and lifts a high fly ball foul out of play back up into the seats against Rich Thompson. It's 3-0 Visalia. Thompson had delivered a first pitch ball to Aracena before he fouled that last pitch off, and the count is even at 1-1. Here comes Thompson back. The 1-1 on the way. Reached for and a tapper foul. Back towards the Quakes' third base dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. High Desert and Stockton tied at 5. Bottom of the 8th inning on our out-of-town scoreboard. Lancaster leads Lake Elsinore 7-4. Top half of the 7th inning. Lake Elsinore with a 15-game losing streak. The 1-2 is swung on and fouled back to the screen. San Jose back to a 7-2 lead over Inland Empire, top of the 8th inning. And Bakersfield leads Modesto 5-4. They're in the bottom of the 7th. That's a quick game for Bakersfield standards. Next pitch, breaking ball, off the plate. Johnson was acting as if he was going to throw down to third base. Wanted that pitch for a strike. It is a ball, 2-2. Now Thompson throws home in the pitch. Aracena swings, and he gets a piece of it at the plate. Aracena, who had an infield hit in the 4th, he is 1 for 3. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thompson goes to the glove. Now he kicks the 2-2 on the way. Aracena swings and misses at a nasty changeup from Rich Thompson. 1 man down. As that is the second strikeout for Thompson. In the Quakes, bottom of the 9th inning, they're going to send up Holly, Brown, and Johnson. That's a big out that the Coggin got, not only obviously because Wood represented the tying run in the bottom of the 8th inning, but that got Brandon Wood out of the way for the 9th. Even if he isn't been swinging the bat the best lately, as the pitch to Ramos is inside 1-0. Doesn't matter. The Quakes had an opportunity. Wood was the tying run. Now, even if he were to come up, like, say, leading off the 9th, he can't hurt you. Next pitch is a swing and a miss to Ramos, 1-1. If he doesn't come up in the 8th inning as the tying run, then he's coming up in the 9th inning, not as the tying run, but as just a batter. Next pitch down low, 2-1. Not to say that it's at bat doesn't mean anything, but he can't hurt you with a solo home run if you're up by 3. And that was a position that Wood could hurt the Oaks in. Next pitch, swinging a foul overhead, just over the overhang. Off to our right and out of play. 2-2 to Ramos. One man down, top of the ninth. And now you've got Wood completely out of the way. But you do have Polly, Brown, and then Ben Johnson. And those guys have been hitting the ball well. Here's the 2-2 on the way to Ramos. Breaking ball low and inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Quakes down 3-0. Top of the ninth inning. Here's the pitch on the way, and that ball is inside, ball 4. A 1-out walk. Here's Francisco Leandro. Quakes have been shut out twice this year. They have thrown 2 shutouts. And they have been shut out once at the epicenter and once on the road. 1 man down. There goes the runner at first. The pitch is swung on and a high pop-up down the third base line. Foul territory. Brown going over near the tarp, running out of room. It's up in the seats. 0-1 the count. Ramos, who was caught stealing with Justin Dowdy on the mound back in the 7th, is the runner at first base. 0-1 the count. Well, High Desert's looking at this game saying, all right, it's 5-5. We got a chance to pick up a game. Let's go. Next pitch, swinging a foul back to the screen. 0-2. Quakes are looking at this game in Atalanta tonight saying it's 5-5. They could lose this game. We really need to come back and win this one. We've reeled off 5 in a row. Have only gained 1 game because High Desert won 4 out of 5, including their last 4. They won 4 out of 5 in that stretch, and the Mavericks are on their own winning streak right now. 0-2, 1 man down. Yet at the same time, you don't want High Desert to come back and win that game. The Quakes obviously to lose this one. Next pitch, 0-2, swinging a foul off and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. There'll be no scoreboard to watch in 2 nights, except the one in Adelanto. If it's working. 0-2 the count. 1 man down. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a fly ball out towards right center field. Sugden on the move. He's going to get there and make the catch. Off the bag at first is Ramos. The throwback to first by Sugden is offline, and Ramos just gets back in there. You know, Ramos going halfway on that one, and Sugden was there to get there and make the catch, and on the run, he threw back a little bit offline to first base that pulled Polly off the bag, and not too much, but they were unable to double off Ramos when it looked like they might have an opportunity to do so, and Chris Duffner is the batter. Duffner, 0 for 4. Two men down. Now Thompson throws the pitch out. Not going on the play is Ramos. 1 ball, no strikes to the left-hander Duffner. 3 strikeouts tonight. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 men down. Here's the pitch. That ball comes low and inside. 2-0 the count, 2 men down. Thompson back to the glove. Set at the belt. Here's the 2-0 on the way. Duffner swings, lines this one. Center field, that's a base hit. Ramos stops at second. Duffner is on. First and second. If Visalia were to win this game, they would clinch the season series. They lead at 4-3 in the 7 meetings. There's 1 more tomorrow. Here's Joey Gomes. Gomes 2 for 4. Here's the pitch. Gomes swings, fouls it back to the screen. No balls and 1 strike. 5-5. Stockton and High Desert in the bottom of the 8th. Here it is 3-0 Oaks, leading the Quakes in the top of the ninth. No one won the count, 2 men down. Thompson set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Gomes takes low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jeff Ridgway, left-hander, warming up in the Visalia bullpen. Thompson ready. Here's the 1-1. Gomes swings and fouls it back to the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 on the way. Outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tomorrow is a Sprint logo baseball giveaway. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Swinging a fly ball, center field. Sugden going back, drifting back on the ball in the alleyway. He's going to reach out, make the catch on the run. Side retired. 1 walk, 1 hit, 2 men left on base. We now head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Coming up, Polly, Brown, and Johnson. It's 3-0 Visalia.
Hello, K1 Sports listeners. This is Roman Valdez, founder of Valdez Entertainment. I personally would like to invite all of you to listen to our newest sizzling sports talk show on all of AM radio, Controversy. Bringing up and tearing apart today's latest sports news and highlights. We're live every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday starting prime time 6 p.m. You can even join the gang, Aaron Toller, Jason Ziggy, and I, by calling in and put your comments on air. I'm looking forward to see what you can bring to the table with us.
The Charter Media Friday Family Fun Pack is back. Get 4 club seats, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, Quakes baseball, 2 Boomers miniature golf passes, 4 GameWorks passes, and 2 Cold Stone Creamery ice creams with the purchase of 2 ice creams, all for just $38. The Charter Media Family Fun Pack is available for April 15th, May 20th, June 10th, July 15th, and August 26th games at the Epicenter. To purchase your Friday Family Fun Pack, call the Quakes ticket office at 909-481-5252. Omaha Jack's Grillhouse and Brewery is open just north of the Epicenter in Mozzie Plaza. Come in for outstanding food featuring great steaks, fresh seafood, and roasted prime rib. Not to mention an in-house brewery and live entertainment. Quakes fans, show your ticket stub after a ball game and receive 10% off. Can't make it in after the game? Then stop in before for great steaks. Or how about a great place to meet for lunch? Lunch specials start at just $5.99. Omaha Jack's, a home run away from the Epicenter.
Here's Matt Polly to lead it off. Bottom of the 9th inning. Here we go. Oaks 3, Quakes nothing. 3 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the Oaks. No runs, 5 hits, or errors for the Quakes. And now it's Polly, followed up by Brown and then Johnson. And Dave Coggin, the local product, deals low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Visalia has a left-hander up in the bullpen. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch home from Coggin. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Quakes have had 2 runners on base at the same time once, and that was last inning. Next pitch, a swing and a chopper foul. Back into the first base dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's what they need to do to at least get the tying run to the plate. Here in the bottom of the 9th inning. 3-0 in favor of Visalia. Next pitch is down low in the dirt. And Matt Polly had gone around on a check swing and then is tagged out by Arhart. And he just stood in the box as Arhart tagged him out. 1 man down. And that's 2 strikeouts now for Coggin. Brown 0 0 for 3. Fly to left in the second, fly to right in the fourth, popped out to second in the seventh. Here's the pitch to Brown, down low in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. Brown out of the box, gets back in. Coggin winds and throws. The 1-0 on the way. Brown takes down low. 2 balls, no strikes. Coggin was a first-round draft pick by the Phillies in 1995, the 30th overall pick. Next pitch, a swing and a miss, and the count is at 2 balls and 1 strike. The Devil Rays signed him as a free agent earlier this year. Here's the 2-1 on the way. Brown swings, a fly ball down the right field line. It is falling, and it's going to be a foul ball and out of play. It bounces on the warning track and back up into the cafe. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Most of the 3,695 have stuck around here tonight on this Wednesday night. Tomorrow night there's going to be Sprint logo Quakes baseballs handed out to the first 1,000 folks in attendance. That's tomorrow night. Two balls and 2 strikes the count. 1 man down. Brown, who had broken his bat, goes back to the dugout to get a new bat. Dave Coggin pitched against Stockton on Sunday. Pitched an inning and 2/3, walked the batter, and struck out a batter. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Brown on a check swing, lays off of that ball. It's low and away, 3-2. 1 man down. Quakes trying to find something here to get a guy on base. 3-2 on the way, swung on, pulled right to short. Asanovich over to his right, scoops it up, long throw to first, in time to get Brown. 2 men down here now in the 9th, and they're down to their final out, and Ben Johnson will be the hitter. Tomorrow, James Holcomb will start for the Quakes. He'll be opposed by right-hander Andrew Sonnenstein. Ben Johnson doubled in the second, struck out swinging in the fourth, reached on an error in the 7th inning. Here's the pitch on the way. Johnson takes in the dirt, scoots away, 1 ball, no strikes. Blake Elsinore and Lancaster, they're now tied at 7 in the top of the 8th inning with Blake Elsinore batting. 7-7 the score there. 1-0, 2 men down, the pitch home. Johnson cannot hold up on a half swing. And there's been a lot of half swings at the plate now in the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. And 2 men down. Bottom of the 9th. Here's the windup, and the 1-1 on the way from Coggin. Johnson swings and misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Coggin winds and throws. The pitch home. Johnson looks at a breaking ball low and inside, and it rolls away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coggin waits for Johnson to get back in the box. The right-hander looks in and winds. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Johnson swings and hammers one to right. Gomes is going to be there, though, to make the catch on the run, and the inning and the ball game have come to an end. And the Quakes go down rather quietly tonight and put up a threat in the 8th inning, but nothing happening after that. The Quakes held to just 5 hits tonight, and the Visalia Oaks close out the victory 3-0, and they take the 2nd game of this series over the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes and have won the season series between these two franchises this season, as Visalia is now 5-3 on the Quakes, with the 9th and final meeting of the 2005 season coming tomorrow night. The Quakes will wait to see what the outcome of the High Desert ball game is, to see where they sit in the standings heading into tomorrow's ball game. But at best case scenario, they can only hope to keep pace with the High Desert Mavericks. They lose tonight 3-0 to Visalia. We'll come back. We'll get you the totals right after this.
It's your first game. You got your glove?
Yeah.
Good boy. All right, bright blue sky, beautiful green grass. You know, there's nothing better than baseball in summer.
I guess.
Hey, where's that peanut guy?
Dad, we're in the living room.
Hooked on a clear picture? Get hooked on Charter HDTV with a picture 5 times sharper than regular TV plus theater quality sound. You'll watch television like never before. Get local channels in high definition with no equipment to buy. Go where satellite can't. Call 1-888-GET-CHARTER and get hooked. Service not available in all areas. Prices may vary.
Tickets at the Epicenter for individual games start as low as $7, and the best seats in the house are only $10. Tickets can be purchased one of 3 easy ways. Over the phone at 909-481-5252, online at rcquakes.com, or in person at the Quakes ticket office. Ticket office hours at the Epicenter are Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., and on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. On game days, the ticket office stays open from 10 a.m. until the 7th inning of each game. Get your Quakes tickets today.
Here are the totals in tonight's ball game for the Visalia Oaks. 3 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They left 9 men on base. For the Quakes, no runs, 5 hits, no errors, 6 men left on base. The Quakes are shut out for just the 3rd time this season. The winning pitcher in tonight's ball game is T.A. Fulmer, the former Inland Empire 66er. He's now 3-6 on the season. Bill Edwards takes the loss, dropping his record to 1-6. The save in this ball game tonight goes to Upland resident Dave Coggin, who comes back home, so to speak, and he logs his first save of the season, pitching the final inning and a third. In this one tonight, there were no home runs in a ball game that took 2 hours, 27 minutes to complete in front of a crowd of 3,695. Now for my studio coordinators, John and Josh Souter, this is Jason Anapoyan inviting you to stay tuned next for the Yellow Book USA postgame show. Again, the final score, the Visalia Oaks 3, the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes nothing. The postgame show is next.
Here's the pitch home. Runner breaks. Swinging a fly ball into the center field. Baker having to go on the run. Going back. He's turning, putting on the brakes, and it hits off the base of the wall.
Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball has been brought to you by Vineyard Bank, Laughlin's Convention and Visitors Bureau, Allstate Insurance, Galliano Winery, the City of Rancho Cucamonga Waste Management, Red Roof Inn, Charter Media, Chipotle, Farmer John's, Unilever Food Solutions, the X-Bucks, Yellow Book USA, and Omaha Jacks. KWRM 1370 is the radio home to the California League affiliate of the defending American League Western Division champion Angels. This is Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball. The Yellow Book USA postgame show is next.
Willis held up around second. Now he's being waved around third. Here comes the throw to the plate, and it's not in time. Willis slides in safely.
Termites feasting, mission tackle, paints and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Tile and lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers do the walking, not the other book. Faces, gates, inline skates, artists, posers, florists, grocers, water coolers, bakers, jewelers, everything from A to Z. Duct tape, landscape, sit-down mowers, dentists, false teeth, uppers, lowers, wholesale, retail, bomb mail, white whale. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers do the walking, let your fingers do the walking, not the other book.
To place your ad at people's fingertips, call 1-800-YB-YELLOW. Yellow Book, not the other book.
3-2, 2 outs. Runner goes at first. The pitch is swung on and missed. Sturchbach pumps his fist. The ball game is over, and the Quakes have won it.
Welcome to the Yellow Book USA postgame show. Look your information up in Yellow Book, not the other book. This is Quakes Baseball.
Well, tonight at the epicenter, the Quakes were shut out for just the third time this season. They fall to the Visalia Oaks 3-0 tonight, and we'll get to more of that ball game in just a moment. But let's update you on the out-of-town scoreboard from around the California League, where right now the High Desert Mavericks have gone out in front of Stockton 7-5 with a 2-run bottom half of the 8th inning, as the Mavericks, who were once trailing in that one 5-4, have scored 1 in the 7th and now 2 in the bottom of the 8th, and they're still batting, leading Stockton 7-5. Now, in Lancaster, Lake Elsinore and Lancaster tied at 7, top half of the 8th inning. So those games is still much up in the air at both of those places, and how the Quakes will fizzle out and fit into the standings tomorrow remains to be seen. Best case scenario for the Quakes that they remain a game and a half back in the Cal League South. But right now, High Desert is sitting in a position to push the Quakes a game further back in the Southern Division. Inland Empire tonight trailing San Jose 7-2, bottom of the 9th inning. That ball game's still in progress in San Bernardino. 6-5, Modesto leads Bakersfield, top of the 8th inning over at Sam Lynn Ballpark in Bakersfield. If we get finals on any of these ball games and other scoring updates, we will let you know as this postgame show continues. Now to the American League, where tonight the Angels at home dropped their second straight one to the Toronto Blue Jays 4-1. So they'll stay 2 up on Oakland in the American League West because the Orioles prevailed with a 5-3 win over the A's in Oakland today. Dubose the win, Heron the loss for the A's, Williams the save for the Orioles, Matos homered for Baltimore, Jay Payton homered for the A's. In the Angels game, Towers got the win for Toronto, Jared Washburn took the loss, Batista saved his 23rd game of the year for Toronto. There were no home runs in that contest. The Texas Rangers shut out Cleveland on the road 3-0. It was Seattle 11, Kansas City 5. Detroit beats Boston 6-5. In Tampa Bay tonight, it was 7-6. The Devil Rays beat the Yankees, and Minnesota on the road beats the White Sox 5-1. Elsewhere in the National League, the Dodgers were 10-2 losers at Atlanta tonight. Hudson the win for the Braves, Perez the loss for the Dodgers, Andrew Jones and Francoeur homered for Atlanta in that contest. Florida shuts out San Diego 6-0. Dontrell Willis the win. Woody Williams the loss for the Padres. Carlos Delgado homered for the Marlins, and their 6-0 win over San Diego. The Giants finish off a sweep of Cincinnati 3-2 tonight. Lowry the win for the Giants. Hudson the loss for the Reds. Hawkins saved his 6th game for San Francisco. There were no home runs in that contest. The Diamondbacks were 5-0 losers at St. Louis tonight. Milwaukee, they shut out Colorado 2-0. The Mets over the Pittsburgh Pirates 5-1. And the Cubs beat Houston 4-2. One of the National League score to let you know about tonight, the Philadelphia Phillies at home beat the Washington Nationals 4-3. Well, here the Quakes are shut out by the Visalia Oaks 3-0. And when we come back, we'll give you the rundown of tonight's ball game from the epicenter right after this.
Gary just got vision on his Sprint PCS phone.
Yeah, it's great. I can watch baseball on Sprint TV. I can get on the internet for baseball scores. I can talk baseball with my friends. But I use it for other stuff, too.
What would that be?
I can watch basketball.
Sprint PCS Vision is full of easy and amazing things you'll really use. Sprint PCS. Now that's better.
Sprint PCS Vision is available on Sprint PCS Vision phones activated on a Sprint PCS service plan. Additional charges and restrictions apply. See store for details.
This is Todd Borkin, manager of the Quakes for the Ontario Airport Marriott. If you're looking for a great place to eat, the Ontario Airport Marriott features the D Street Sports Bar and Grill, open daily from 11:30 to 1:30. The Pacific Grill for the fine dining, or stop by the 24-hour Pacific Deli. The Ontario Airport Marriott is located at 2200 East Holt Boulevard, right off the 10 freeway. The Ontario Airport Marriott, a proud sponsor of your 2005 Quakes on the radio.
Well, tonight the Quakes fell behind early as Bill Edwards gave up 2 runs in the first inning, as Visalia had a familiar theme in terms of their offensive scoring. And that meant runs scoring with 2 outs. With 2 outs and a runner at second base in the first inning, John Paul Davis stepped up and singled to center field, bringing home Francisco Leandro, who had singled to lead off the ballgame. Leandro had reached base to lead it off, and with a little slap shot over into left field. So Leandro came around to score on the single to give Visalia a 1-0 lead. Josh Arhart followed with a double to right center field after John Paul Davis moved to second on a wild pitch. John Paul Davis came around to score on the Arhart double. Arhart, who had 3 RBIs in last night's ball game, picked up another one tonight, and Visalia was out to a 2-0 lead. The Quakes ran into problems tonight against T.A. Fulmer. The Quakes on the night offensively had just 5 hits, and T.A. Fulmer gave up 2 of them. He struck out 6 batters, walked just 1 in his 5 innings of work, and kept the Quakes pretty much off balance. In fact, the Quakes did not put 2 men on base at the same time until the bottom of the 8th inning. So meanwhile, with Fulmer in control of the Quakes, in the top of the 4th inning, after 2 outs and the bases were empty, the Visalia Oaks picked right back up. Again, that 2-out theme where they were able to deliver tonight, and they got a 2-out walk that would prove costly for the Quakes as Josh Hasanovich walked. Sandy Arcenia came up and reached on an infield single that moved Hasanovich over to second base, and that brought up to the plate Carlos Ramos. Edwards from the belt, kicks and throws home. Ramos swings, rolls that one into right field. That's a base hit. Being waved around third is Hasanovich. Here comes Day up with the throw from right. It's there on a couple of hops, but not in time. And sliding in safely is Hasanovich, just behind the tag. So he beat the throw. Down to third base goes Aracena. Ramos delivers an RBI hit to right field, and it's 3-0 Visalia. Well, the Oaks were out to a 3-0 lead, and then they were threatening for more later on in the ballgame. Edwards did not pitch a bad game tonight for the Quakes. He went 6 innings, gave up 7 hits, 3 runs all earned, walked 1, struck out 1. Justin Dowdy came in and worked the 7th inning. He gave up a leadoff hit, but Carlos Ramos, who had singled in the 4th inning to bring in the run, he was caught stealing 1 to 3 to 6 for the second out of that inning after he led off with a single. And Dowdy pitched 1 scoreless inning of relief. Rich Thompson came in the 8th, and the Quakes still trailing 3-0 at the time, struggling to get anything going offensively, ran into a bit of a problem. Thompson gave up a leadoff single. Then he walked John Paul Davis, but before that he had a wild pitch that moved Joey Gomes, who led off with a single, to second base. John Paul Davis then followed with a walk, putting runners at first and second. Josh Arhart came up, and he struck out swinging, and with Arhart striking out swinging, up to the plate stepped Cuevas. However, Gomes had actually struck out, or Gomes had moved to third on a wild pitch, putting runners at first and third when Arhart had struck out swinging, and then Cuevas walked, and that loaded the bases up. So the bases were loaded and 1 man down, and Thompson in this one trying to keep things where they were at because the Quakes already struggling on the night to score offensively, and Thompson was facing Josh Hasanovich. 1-0 the count. Here's the next pitch on the way, swinging a chopper right to the drawn-in Brown at third. He's going to come home for an out there. They get 1. Then Johnson's back to first. Double play. And Thompson gets out of the inning. Bases loaded, 1 man out, and he gets the 5-2-3 double play. Brown to Johnson to Polly. And the side is retired. 1 hit. So the Quakes got out of the inning there, big double play, and you thought maybe that could get them a little bit of momentum in this one. The Quakes did get a little bit of momentum out of that in the bottom of the 8th inning, leading it off against Brett Allen, who had come in to pitch the 6th and the 7th, was Devin Day. Devin Day singled down the line. Jason Sugden flied out to center field. Aaron Peel then came up, and he singled out to center field, the ball coming in on Ramos. That put runners at first and second for Ryan Leahy. Leahy struck out swinging on the play. Leahy didn't think that he had gone around, but on the play it was in the dirt. Arhart kept it in front of him, and breaking for third base was Day. He made it. That put runners at first and third, and Brandon Wood would be the batter, but Dave Coggin came out of the bullpen, the Upland resident, the Covina native, and returning back home. Dave Coggin, a former major leaguer with the Philadelphia Phillies, now signed by the Devil Rays, came in, and he was facing Brandon Wood, who was 0 for 2 with a walk on the night, and he got Brandon Wood to strike out swinging to end the 8th inning. And that was the only time tonight the Quakes would bring the tying run to the plate, because in the 9th inning, they would not even get a base runner on. As Thompson worked a scoreless 9th, Coggin came in, did the same thing in the bottom of the 9th. He struck out Pauly swinging, got Brown to ground out to short, and Ben Johnson to fly out to right field, right to Gomes, to end the ball game. And the Visalia Oaks even this series up at a game apiece, winning tonight over the Quakes 3-0. And so Coggin picks up his first save of the year for Visalia. T.A. Fulmer with the win in tonight's contest. We'll take a break. 3-0 Oaks win it. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap up this post-game show from the Epicenter right after this.
Dog waste left on a lawn or sidewalk is disgusting, especially when left on your lawn. But it doesn't end there. It becomes a public health risk. When it washes away with the rain or a hose off any lawn or street surface and drains directly into the Santa Ana River, carrying harmful bacteria. As a dog owner, you can set a good example by picking up after your pet every time. Your actions will influence your family and your neighbors. Please take the following steps to care for your canine and help protect your neighborhood and public health. Clean up after your dog every time. When you grab the leash, grab a bag and have it with you. Take advantage of the complimentary bags offered in dispensers at local parks and use them to dispose of your pet's waste. Make sure you always have extra bags in your car so you are prepared when you travel with your dog. Carry extra bags when walking your dog and make them available to other pet owners who are without. Teach kids how to properly clean up after a pet. Encourage them to throw used bags into the nearest trash receptacle if they are away from home or on a walk. For more pollution prevention tips, please call the City of Rancho Cucamonga at 909-477-2740, extension 4060. 909-477-2740, extension 4060.
Well, the final scoring update we can give you before we get off the air here is High Desert 7, Stockton 5, bottom of the 8th inning, and still it's showing that High Desert is at the plate. So the Quakes will wait to see what the final outcome of that one is before they see where they sit in the standings tomorrow. Best case scenario, a game and a half, but if Stockton does not come back, they will be 2.5 back in the Southern Division. Lake Elsinore at Lancaster tonight, 7-7, top half of the 8th inning in that one as well. That's going to do it here from the ballpark. For my studio coordinators, John and Josh Souter, this is Jason Anafoyan. Our next broadcast comes your way tomorrow night, 7 o'clock pregame show, 7:15 with the first pitch. On the mound for the Quakes will be right-hander James Holcomb, and on the mound for the Visalia Oaks, Andrew Sonnenstein. And that is tomorrow night's pitching matchup. Again, 7 o'clock pregame show, 7:15 first pitch. For John and Josh Souter, back in the studios again, this is Jason Anafoyan wishing you a very pleasant good evening. Again, the final score tonight, the Visalia Oaks shut out the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes 3-0. Good night from the Epicenter in Rancho Cucamonga.
Here's the windup and the pitch to the plate. Swung on, hit to right field. Pretty well. Melgarejo back at the track with room. Reaches out to his left. He makes the catch. The ball game is over. And John Toledo's the man of the day.
You've been listening to the Yellow Book USA postgame show. Look your information up in Yellow Book, not the other book. KWRM 1370 is the radio home to the California League affiliate of the defending American League Western Division champion Angels. This has been Quakes Baseball.